Okay. Minecraft. Yeah. Yeah. Minecraft. Yeah. Okay. Let's lower this a little bit. Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. I think we're enough testing in. Okay. Let's add a few things in here. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're not on Minecraft yet. I don't have the intro rolling. Chris Red, hi. Let me drive home from work. Then I will join Minecraft. Hell yeah. All right, drive home from work. Be safe. I like Toes. How are you doing? How are you doing? Guys, I have missed you greatly. It's time to game. Fireboy LH, how are you doing? I can't play tonight, sadly, but I will def lurk. Hell yeah. W lurking. Time to play some Minecraft. Also, joining us tonight in comms is my best friend since kindergarten. His name is Austin. I'm gonna get him right now on Discord. See what he has to say. Are you there, brother Austin?
I'm right here in my Jason t-shirt.
In your Jason t-shirt?
Yeah.
I like it.
Thanks. I got this at FYE at the Garden State Plaza before it closed down.
Why can't I have to close? Can you turn your camera off?
Okay.
There you go. That works. Unless you want your camera on. Unless you want people to see you.
I think my hair is a little messed. Let me look at the mirror. Does my hairstyle matter? Cause
It doesn't matter, but if you have your camera on, people can see you. So keep that in mind.
maybe I'll be like this for now, and I'll decide later if I turn my camera on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I said
Yeah,
I
see ya.
introduced you to the chat. I like Toes is in the chat and says, "Hi, Austin." All caps.
Wait, you start. Wait, there's like a text chat or something.
Yeah, on Twitch and YouTube. Come on, you're subscribed, bro. You're not watching the stream right now? The great Minecraft stream that anyone can join? You're not seeing the wall right now?
I don't see anything.
Oh, I could stream on Discord if you want to see. I could show you, but you won't see the chat.
Wait, you're streaming right now?
Yeah, on YouTube and on Twitch. So you can go on either one, or I can stream on Discord and you can just see what I'm doing.
Wait, don't tell anyone about my social media right away, okay?
Okay, I won't. Whoa, shaders goes hard. Yeah, we have shaders in Minecraft now, so it's crazy. On Bedrock.
Just
Yeah, you should pull up the stream. Also, if
I'm
anyone
doing
in the chat wants to join, let me know. If you need an invite, let me know. If you want to join,
gosh, I am
if you're
new
my
at
friend, you can
this.
join. What do you want to watch on? Do you want to watch on YouTube or on Twitch? What are you trying to figure out?
I mean, I don't have Twitch.
Twitch is free. It's just a website.
This is so weird.
Al, did you not tell Austin this is even more this is every move every move would be recorded before inviting him? I did tell him that, yes. I did tell him this would be live. The Discord isn't working? Well, I'll help you out, my friend. Sometimes the Discord brings problems. Let me invite you.
This is an interesting world, man.
Are you seeing it? Are you watching the stream right now?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're
I'm
just talking
still-
about the world we live in, Earth.
Yeah, just considering everything that's going on in my personal life and all the stories I hear in general from my customer friends, my family members, etc.
Well, now we're live, so be careful what you mention. But at the same time, if you want chat to help you, we have different folks from around the world here who will love to talk to you about anything.
Talking to the world about anything, yeah. I guess we could talk about the Forrest Gump thing we were talking about.
Okay. So raise the point again.
So it's streaming, so I can talk about it right now.
Yeah, and people are gonna hear you.
So I was just.
I like Toast says I love talking. I'm a pro. Let's go.
I was just talking to Al about this, and this is what I'm thinking about doing. So, I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen the movie Forrest Gump by now. Great movie.
Phenomenal.
So to all of you who are listening out there, you know the scene where Forrest Gump decides to run all over the country after Jenny left him, and like he goes from like one coast to another, and that he grows out his hair and his beard, etc. Because if I remember correctly, he was doing it to find answers or to cope with unanswered questions or things that were confusing in his personal life at the moment. And
right.
I feel like I'm going through a similar situation.
I haven't.
Forrest right now.
Toes says I haven't seen Forrest Gump. Oh, it's one of the best American movies of all time. Also, Fireboy, I'm letting you in the Discord right now. How are you guys doing? Fireboy,
Yeah,
Toes.
So as I was trying to say, where was I? Oh yeah, so I feel like I'm in a similar situation as Forrest Gump right now. Like I have unanswered questions in my personal life, and I'm trying to find answers, etc. And I'm wondering if I should do the same thing that Forrest did. I mean, if I am gonna do that, maybe I don't run all over the country from coast to coast. Maybe I just go along the entirety of one coast, or maybe I go from multiple states across, but not.
So
I don't get to.
In the movie, Forrest Gump runs like across the whole country over the course of 3 years. You're wondering if you should do the same thing.
I mean, if I am gonna do this, I'm not gonna go all over the country. I think I'm either gonna stay on only one coast or just go from. I mean, they know where we live, right?
Oh yeah, they know we're from New Jersey. Yeah.
Or maybe I run from New Jersey to all the way to Illinois, or maybe to Nebraska, and then I turn around.
See, that would be crazy. Start running Austin, do it, says Krusty Rat. I'll join after, says Fireboy. Hell yeah. See, my thought process is, why not do like a marathon first? You know what I'm saying? And then learn a little bit.
I mean, maybe I could. A lot of things take time, etc.
Etc. When did you start saying etc. so often?
Ever since I had forensics class senior year back in 2019. My forensics teacher would always mention categories of certain things, and he would give examples of certain things, and then he would say etc. Like, you get the idea, and so on.
Yeah, what's the movie called? Split? It's called Split, right? With
the one with James McAvoy, Bruce
Willis. Yeah, and he says etc. all the time.
Was Samuel L. Jackson in that too?
I think he's in the sequel.
Yeah, I know he's in the third one.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know Split was supposed to be secretly a sequel.
It wasn't. It wasn't. That's like a Shyamalan twist. Al, what you're making, I'm quite confused. I am trying to make a giant Dixon Ticonderoga pencil behind Sam's house. A giant one. Dixon Ticonderoga pencil. So I think I need it to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, and then we'll do it like this. And we cut it off like that. Yeah. Sorry, Austin, what were you
saying? What was the last thing I was saying? We were talking about Split, right?
Oh yeah. James McAvoy.
Yeah, like I didn't realize like the ending is when you find out it's a sequel to Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Like that's what.
And they make glass.
Like. So yeah, back to the Forrest Gump thing. See, like I personally feel like if I did what Forrest did, see, I wrote it down here. I'm reading. See, I was texting my cousin about this too last night, and I wrote down all the possibilities of what could be the outcome of this. Uh,
Okay.
okay. If I'm reading it right
There's
here.
dozens of
If
outcomes. Not all of them are good.
if the ones that I'm thinking about right now, it feels like one, I would find answers. Two, be able to cope with unanswered questions. Or three, maybe get a good feeling in my nervous system, especially in my brain. Like, it feels like it would give off a good feeling at least. Kind of like,
Definitely.
if you think about it, I would be basically exploring other places. Like,
No, I like that aspect, and I agree. You're definitely gonna get a good head high from it. But you could do it from just like getting on the treadmill. Like you don't have to you don't have to run across the nation and do that. You know what I mean?
I mean, if I don't
Like, do you
multiple
run?
states, I won't be exploring.
Yeah, but you could explore like, through different means. If you can't run that far, I wouldn't. Like make sure you can run first.
Well, what are people saying?
What's his name? Forrest Gump at least knew he could run. What are people saying? Right now, no opinions on that yet. But we might get something.
Yeah.
So Austin's
Like,
wondering if you should run across the nation, or like
Again,
across a
if I
few
am gonna-
states.
if I am gonna do this, I'm not running all the way over to the West Coast. Like
No, I
that
like
takes
that.
forever.
But like still though, like I think there could be some medical concerns. We gotta like
Yeah,
get you good
even
first.
if I do it, it's definitely not going to be the same as in the movie. Because in movies, anything can happen, but in real life, it's a lot different. Like, I would need to make sure I'm safe. I'm able to afford to get food when I need to, or etc. Afford to find a place to sleep, like a motel, etc.
etc.
Just think about it. Yeah.
Why don't you start with the short distance first? See how that makes you feel. You know what I mean?
I would have to plan out a route.
Austin, I was in a similar situation some years back, and I started jogging as a hobby, and I think it really helped. Says Krusty Rat.
Wait, this is what someone said.
Yeah, Krusty Rat, the one and only. I'm telling you, you gotta get in the chat, man. It's crazy you haven't seen our streams.
I'm new at this, man. Okay.
I got you. It's no problem. But don't worry, we got some supportive folk in here. And that's what
Yeah, it's
Krusty Rat
just
has
like-
to say.
Yeah, I came a long way in life, and I still feel like,
It's a good-
in my
good option.
opinion,
Good suggestion.
I still have a long way to go in general,
I feel you.
considering everything that's going on in my mind.
Oh, all things considered, I mean, like, we're only in like our mid-20s. Life's just getting started. And I think a giant run would be cool. But I don't want to see you do a run that could like get you hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, safety.
Because
is first.
there's a lot of risk that's involved with a type of commitment like that. You know what I mean?
I'm aware. It's just I can't stop thinking about the what if. And
Captain
There was
Elliot says,
something
"Guess
else.
what's on Wednesday? What's on Wednesday, Captain Elliot? Something in the baseball world? Graduation? Dixon Ticonderoga pencil? Type 2?
well, what was I gonna say? Oh gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
It'll be there.
Oh, if I do, I remember now. If I do end up doing this, I want it to make headlines similar to how Forrest Gump made headlines. Like, I'm on TV and
Right.
people are reporting a guy named Austin Holt is running all over the place.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you want to do that, you got to post on TikTok. Let people see your videos. Also, I Like Toes said, I love how we have a Krusty Rat and an I Like Toes. Sounds so random to other people. Yeah, it definitely does. Gold birthday, perhaps. What? I'm not reading it right. Oh, Captain Elliot, right? My 18th birthday. Baseball and graduation was last month. I knew that. 18th birthday? That's crazy. Damn, Captain Elliot. We've watched you grow.
That's a big deal.
That is a big deal. Happy birthday. Congratulations.
When I turned 18, and happy birthday to you too. When I turned 18, I didn't feel like an 18-year-old right away.
I turned 18. I was like, well, now I can get arrested as an adult. Wah, wah.
I know someone texted me right away. You can go to real jail now. I'm like,
Yeah.
thanks for reminding me.
Wah,
I would never do anything bad anyway. But it's just it hits you like back then. You were like, I can't get in trouble with the police, but now I can. but
Right.
I would never do. I've had dreams where the police surrounded me, and I was like, "What did I do?" But I did what they say, just so go with the flow.
Right.
Get your lawyer. Let the lawyer take care of it, and then you get through it.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, and I guess. Okay,
Okay.
I guess.
Oh,
Can
this is
we
coming
talk
along
about
great.
What do you mean?
I'm making a giant pencil in Minecraft. It's so stupid looking.
Timothy, Odd Life of Timothy Green style, huh? You ever seen that movie?
Exactly.
You ever seen that movie?
No. But I said exactly anyway.
It's about a little boy who he's a combination of a human and a plant. Like, I haven't watched the movie in years. Like, it has Jennifer Garner in it, and oh my gosh, I think she's the only cast member from that movie who I'm familiar with, Elektra. I'm sure the other people in the movie are familiar from another project, but like, oh god, oh yeah, so Jennifer Garner plays the adoptive mother of this titular character, Timothy Green, and the adoptive father, the husband in the movie, he works at a pencil factory where like they make pencils. So that's why I was making the joke. They make pencils, and you're making a pencil in Minecraft. You're saying.
Yeah, it kind of looks fucking awful at the same time. I gotta figure this out.
A lot of things tend to look awful at first until you progress over time.
Let's see. Maybe this will
think about the sculpture artists. Like, their first projects must have been crappy looking, but it progressed over time.
It looks a little better.
Like,
yeah.
Like,
I like the mentality.
I bet David wasn't the first thing that Michelangelo worked on. Was it Michelangelo who did it?
Yes.
Yeah, like, I bet David wasn't the first sculpture that he made.
Oh, wow. Didn't one time you brought up the Amazing Digital Circus? I don't know. I feel like I remember you bringing it up. Yes, I did. Several times. Did they make a new episode? I think I heard they made a new episode. Did they make a new episode? Because that's a great show. Did they, Toes? Did they? You have to let me know. I would love to watch an episode of that if that came out. Yeah, episode 5. I like it. Why did it take so long to come out? That's my question. That's crazy. I'm ready to watch that, though. I've been missing it. I've been really missing it.
Oh, Alessandro.
Yeah.
What did you think
Full
of
name.
the April Fool's joke I did to you?
Thought it was quality. I knew it instantly, though. Every time you send me a text like that, I just check the date. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay.
It's like, man, but I told you the truth about the Spider-Man Brand New Day being the title of the next Spider-Man movie, and that was real, so I figured you'd
Yeah, it was
give
like
me
a half truth.
Okay.
Well, yeah, they're getting more elaborate now, so you gotta, like the attention to detail.
So you knew the Back to the Future one was a joke.
Oh, yeah, I know every time. Every time. Low-key worth the wait. Oh, God, what did he do? Explain what you did.
On April Fool's Day, so every year I tend to do an April Fool's prank. One year I pranked Alessandro. I said I was cast as Cyclops, and I said April Fool's, and he said you really had me. I remember I told my friend who works at Universal Studios in Florida about the prank, and he laughed hysterically since he's a big Marvel fan.
You have a friend who
And
works at Universal?
Yeah, the tour guide, that my favorite tour guide.
Oh, that guy. Cool.
Yeah, we actually just requested him again not too long ago, so hopefully we see him again this year. Anyhow, so for this year's April Fool's Day, I did a prank to Alessandro saying, "Did you
What's
hear
up, bro, dog?
Did you hear they're making a Back to the Future Part 4? I'm playing Marty McFly the Third." And then I was like, April Fools.
Knee slapper.
Like, the idea of a Back to the Future 4, I understand why it would be exciting, but at the end of the day, the trilogy's perfect the way it is. Like, I understand people want to see more, but it's one of those stories where, like, it's good the way it is.
I
But
feel you.
I love making jokes about the idea. What if they did make a fourth movie? I like joking about it. Like
That would be kind
in
of
the
sick.
Back to the Future musical, before it left Broadway, when I saw it, there's a scene where, see, they modified certain details in this version from the movie. Like, there's no Einstein, there's no Libyans, there's no car chase scene with manure
Really?
truck. Yeah, they replaced it with like a chase sequence in the boys' locker room,
Oh.
and the book, like in you know, instead, like the book, George McFly's first book in the new timeline that he publishes, well, it's not the first book, but like this book, he didn't write a book titled this in the movie version, but at the end, like someone announces, here is George McFly's new book. It is titled Back to the Future 4, and I was like, I get it. It's a reference to how
Ah.
it's a reference to the non-existent Part 4 that Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale don't want to see ever.
I
Like,
like
I remember
that.
there's a picture of them wearing T-shirts that says "No Part 4" as a way to promote we don't want a fourth movie.
So you're pretty much the ultimate Back to the Future fan.
Oh my, yes, I met Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, James Tolkien. He called me a slacker when he signed my picture. I met Biff. I met Biff a few months ago. I met
Shout out
the
Biff.
original Jennifer Parker from the
Ooh.
original movie.
So you want to know what someone in the chat just said?
But
Someone just said, I still haven't watched full Back to the Future 1 yet. Lol. That's my friend from college who just said that.
oh wow.
Shame on him or what?
No. The first time you experience a movie is usually the best. After that, you know what's gonna happen.
No,
So
shame on
gotta
you,
watch-
Unlit. You gotta watch
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
You heard it here
I
first.
also met Marty McFly's mother. She was nice. I was making a joke, "Hey, mom," because I was dressed up as Marty McFly, and I got a selfie with the actor who played Goldie Wilson.
Who's
when he
one
was
of your
walk-
favorite, like, most like least known celebrities you've ever met?
My favorite least known celebrity?
Yeah. Like maybe we know the movie, but like we never know like who this is. You know what I mean? Like
A least known celebrity. Let me think. Back in the day, she was well known, but would you say she's still well known today? Linda
yeah,
Blair?
L Nightbot, Linda Blair. What is Linda Blair in?
The Exorcist. She was the little girl who twisted her head.
Really?
Yeah, I met her a few weeks ago.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was wearing my pizza delivery costume from Home Alone because some Home Alone cast members were there that day too.
What?
Yeah, including Buzz, who ate Kevin's favorite pizza, and they were making a joke. Let's get a plate for Kevin.
L Nightbot.
I also met Muse Watson that day. You know Muse Watson? He was the killer in I Know What You Did last summer. He had a replica of the Hook prop, and I was like, oh, that is sick. And he posed making it look like he was about to kill me with the hook. Like,
Oh shit. Oh my god, why is it broken? My god. Ah.
yeah.
Ah.
The day
Ah.
when I met Marty McFly's girlfriend, the original actress, it was before the convention even opened, and my mom went to the bathroom, and I was holding her coffee cup, and I was holding a bag, and then I hear this voice saying, Marty! And then I was like, oh, it's probably just a fellow fan, and then I look at her, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's Marty McFly's girlfriend from the original movie, and she came up to me, and I was so blown away. Like, that's how she greeted me.
That is kind of sick.
Yeah, and she was live streaming, so I was on her live stream, and they're like, "You found Marty!" Yes. she always, and I looked her up later on. She does that almost every single time she sees a Marty cosplayer. Like, hey, Marty.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I like that.
I'm like, yeah. I also met Billy Zane from Back to the Future. He was one of Biff's friends.
Who's the worst one you ever met?
the worst celebrity I've ever met?
Yeah. Yeah, W Remix. That was crazy, guys.
You're gonna like this story. I was just thinking about this not too long ago. You ever seen Sons of Anarchy?
Yes.
Now, like, just because I say this was the worst celebrity I met, it doesn't bother me what he did. I kind of expected him to behave this way, but Chuck Zito, he was in the 5th season of Sons of Anarchy until his character got killed off, like, at the end of the season. Like, that's the season 5 is the only season he appears in. He plays like a biker who briefly teams up with the club and then like, so he's a real life biker in real life. He's part of a real life motorcycle club. He goes to this one convention that I go to every year. Like, he's like that one celebrity who goes like every single year. So whenever they announce him, it's like we're not surprised. It's like a home away from home for him. So I went to his autograph session. Like, he's from Sons of Anarchy, and I love Sons of Anarchy, so I'll go and see him. And a few minutes before I saw him, someone told me he's a very bad guy,
Really?
nasty guy, and yeah, it's like he's not nice to his fans. And I'm like, okay, but I just want to get over with seeing him since he's from Sons of Anarchy. So at his autograph table, they were displaying all the pictures of him, like the options of what picture of him I wanted him to sign, and I paid for a combo of an autograph and a picture, right?
Yeah.
I paid for it. I grabbed the picture that I wanted him to sign, but I didn't realize it was a sample copy that was taped to the table. So
See ya, Toes. W
Right.
Lurk.
yeah, I grabbed it and I didn't. And he was like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm choosing the picture I want." He said, "That's a sample copy. The real copies are in the back. I'll get it." And I'm like, "Okay." And then he did the autograph, and then I was waiting for the picture, and he said, "You're done. Go."
Damn.
And I was so yeah, he may have scammed me, but it's like I saw him. So whenever I see him, I laugh thinking in my mind, there's Chuck Zito, the guy who was mean to me. And you know, and I remember I was talking to my customers at my grocery store about this, and they were like, "I'm sorry that happened to you." And I said, "Hey, I expected him to be mean because I've heard stories about how he's not nice to his fans, but you know, I guess that happens with some celebrity meet and greets. Some celebrities
yeah.
tend to be mean."
Do you know what? I
Like,
told you what
when-
happened when I met Stan Lee, right?
I don't think you told me what happened. I know you did me, but you didn't tell me how it went.
Oh, it was like everyone in line goes up to him and he's like so nice to everyone. They're like, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate it." He's like, "No problem. Like, you know, thanks for being a fan. Like, Excelsior, and I'm being a great guy, right?" The night before, I'm looking up, is Stan Lee nice? Because I'm so nervous, you know, about meeting him. Because he's my hero. I want to meet him so badly. And then I get there, we're in line, and my mom starts recording. I'm like, "Mom, don't record. Like, don't ruin this for me. Like, you can't, like, get us kicked out right now." She's like, "All right, all right." And like, she got, like, I was, like, so embarrassed. And I go up to the guy. I go up to Stan. And, like, Brian goes up to him, my friend Brian. And he was like, you know, "Thank you so much." And Brian's like, "No problem, buddy." And my mom goes up to him and he's like, "Thank you, Stan. Like, love seeing you." And she's like, "Yeah, no problem, Mom." I go up to him. I'm like, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate it." He's like, "You should. You're very lucky." And then, like, I froze in place. Like, I didn't even pick up the pen. Like, I gave him to sign this, like, thing. I'm just like,
Oh.
damn. Like, that's the only... Like, I just thought that in that moment. Like, that's the only exchange I'm ever going to have with this guy. This is last Comic-Con. That's what I just told him. That's what he said to me. Great. All right. And, you know, great. Like, that was it.
So is that good or bad?
I look at it both ways. In the moment, I looked at it horribly. Now I look at it as like a good thing. But I would still say don't meet your heroes because you're not going to hear what you want to hear.
Yeah, I was just like, "It's nice to meet you, Stanley. Thank you for everything you've done." And I remember my mom recorded it. She tried to secretly do it, but the guard noticed it, and he was like, "Put your camera away. Thank you." My mom was like, you could hear it in the video. My mom was like, I waited over 4 hours in line to see this guy. I'm taking a video of him. And I remember that day. It was a nice day. I didn't get to interact with any other celebrities. I was supposed to get photo ops with the Power Ranger actors who were there, the cast of Gotham, who I made up for later on, and I was supposed to do a photo op with Evangeline Lilly from Ant-Man and Lost. Never got to make up for it. Hopefully I do one day. And like other celebrities who were in the same room as me that day, I remember Carrie Fisher. She was the next autograph session over from me, and I could see her right there. And this was 2 months before she passed
Did you
away.
see what I sent you on Instagram a while ago about Stan Lee? I don't think you did, GG. I think you did. I think I did see it. That he was like secretly getting like abused that whole time, and he really didn't want to be at that Comic-Con. And it was all for like the money of his publicist. I think that's what it was. I think that's really what it was. Maybe I'm in that documentary.
If that's true, that's sad.
It is sad. So I feel less bad about it now, but
yeah, they let's see. Adam West was in the same room that day. Burt Ward.
Really?
Ralph Macchio. Nichelle Nichols, who's also deceased now. She was Uhura in Star Trek. Yeah, like a lot of good people. Kevin Conroy was in that room too.
Really?
I saw him with my naked eye multiple times, but I never got to interact with him.
The naked eye.
I got to see his face from the distance. Yeah, I really. That reminds me, I have to meet Ralph Macchio, who he's not going away anytime soon, and Burt Ward, he turns 80 this year, so he's getting up there, and I really hope he flies to the East Coast for a convention soon, just so I can be like, I met Robin.
That would be sick.
I'm looking at my Robin Funko Pop I got for Christmas a few years ago, and I'm like, I have to meet you. You're one of the last ones left, alongside Catwoman, Julie Newmar, and people say this guy doesn't count, but I think he does count. Like, in season 2 of Batman, Frank Gorshin was unavailable to play the Riddler, so they replaced him with John Astin just that season, and people say that doesn't count, but he was physically in the episode, so I think that counts as a cast member of Batman. And he's 95 now, and he's living the life in California, retired.
Cool.
I'm not gonna meet him, but I'm happy to acknowledge that he did awesome work, even on the Addams Family. That's another thing.
Said it was his last several years and looking to make a documentary about it. Yeah, I think I was looking into that. That would be cool. Blue Monkey, hello there. Yeah. Yo, guys, I'm eating Doritos and drinking Mountain Dew while watching this. It's part of the MLG food. Let's go talking points.
And I saw the new Karate Kid.
I just built a Ticonderoga pencil. Hell yeah, how was it?
Oh, it was phenomenal. The callback nostalgia to the other movies, especially the callbacks of Mr. Miyagi, was awesome.
Really?
And the way they taught Mr. Han and Daniel, like, it was awesome.
It's good.
Like they come, and the way they mentored the new Karate Kid, it was awesome too. Like the story was good too.
Have you ever seen Jackie Chan's worst injury?
Are you talking about when he filmed Rumble in the Bronx jumping onto the hovercraft? Or was there a worse?
There's like 2 I saw. One was like when he jumped on this pole and like it electrocuted him like crazy. What's up, Fireboy? Welcome back, Fireboy.
That I never.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch it. It was crazy. Got super electrocuted and like broke like part of his back.
What movie was this?
You're building a pencil? Yeah, look at the pencil. It's a Ticonderoga pencil.
Was this one of the Police Story movies?
It might have been.
I know he did.
The other one he got really injured in is like he fell on his neck when he like fell through a canopy. He fell on his neck and he fell through a canopy like he was jumping off of like a 3rd-story building.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, I gotta send you both.
The one I'm the most familiar with. It's from my personal favorite Jackie Chan movie, other than the Rush Hour movies. It like Rumble in the Bronx, released in 1995, 30 years ago at this point. It was it was arguably the first R-rated movie that my parents and grandparents let me watch as a little pre-K kid, and it's not really bad for an R-rated movie. Like, there's just some curse words, and there's there's like a butt flashing scene. Other than that, it's really okay
It's really a great
for
movie.
a kid to watch. Yeah, and like,
You ever see Rosemary's Baby?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's a classic horror movie. You gotta watch that.
I'll definitely look into that.
What's your
there's a-
favorite number on a scale of 1 to 100?
I don't know.
Give me a number.
19.
19?
Because
All right, I'm gonna go over that.
Endgame came out in 2019, so I guess 19 does it.
I was thinking about where I want to build something, and that helped me.
Yeah, so like when Jackie Chan was filming that movie, like the scene where he goes after the bad guys in the hovercraft, they actually ended up using this shot in the movie, and it made it because it was good for the story. The shot was good, so I don't blame them for keeping the shot in the movie. He jumps from this bridge and he lands on the hovercraft, and you know what, he landed on his feet, and it injured one of his feet, but they kept it in the shot in the movie. And at the end of the movie, during the end credits, when they show the behind the scenes stuff, like you could see the crew members approaching Jackie, like, are you okay? And you could see him in a scooter with a cast, and then he puts a sock disguised as a shoe on to hide the cast. Like he filmed the rest of the movie with that injury, like, and he hid the cast on. Like, it was very amazing.
Damn.
Yeah,
Jackie
like,
Chan's one of the legends, man. It's one of my favorites.
I know. Yeah, it was his first big hit, and like, it never gets old watching that movie. Like, I was talking to my mom saw me watching it again the other night, and I was like, it never gets old. And my mom's like, yes, it does. I'm like, this is Rumble in the Bronx we're talking about.
Yes,
like,
it does.
That's one of those action movies that I think deserved to get a sequel, but they never made a sequel. I wish they did. I think this could have been like another franchise.
Yeah.
I wonder if they did ever consider.
Are you gonna
making
see the
one
live action How to Train Your Dragon?
I do plan on seeing it, but like, I don't think. I mean, when it comes to remakes, it's just like I kind of know what's gonna happen. I'm sure there'll be changes of certain details, but you know, here's my opinion.
You never read Invincible, did you?
I never read Invincible. I've seen clips of it,
This guy.
like the toilet scene
Yeah,
where
man.
Invincible's
They're
like,
verbatim from the
Invincible's like,
comics.
he's like, Mom. It made me laugh.
You gotta read it,
like,
man. I think I sent you the whole comic.
I will. I'm getting ready to read my next book, which is a Teddy Roosevelt book. I read a Jimmy Carter book for my black belt training program because I had to do a book report about leadership, and I happened to have this Jimmy Carter book that I bought like from this shrine that they had for him at Barnes and Nobles. You know, after he passed away, when I went to Barnes and Nobles, they had a shrine dedicated to him, selling books about him, and I was like, okay, I'll buy the Who is Jimmy Carter, the scholastic book for like elementary level kids. And I'm like, you know, it's a book about leadership. It talked about what got him into politics, and not just him, you know, how he was it the Marines or the Navy? He I think he went to the Naval Academy, one of those academies, like, and then he got married in that outfit with Rosalind, and you know, he ran for Georgia State Senate, then governor of Georgia, then he ran for president, and then he lost to Ronald Reagan, and then his wife tried to convince him to run for a non-consecutive term, but he decided he would do activism as an ex-president, and the rest is history. And you know, I had ChatGPT assist me in this, but I had to write an essay about it because, you know, yeah, and it was really interesting learning a lot about Jimmy Carter. And you know, I'm gonna read about Teddy Roosevelt next because I think it's just amazing how he worked hard and did a lot of things. And not only that, when he ran for president a third time, he got shot, and he continued speaking afterwards, and the doctor said it was safer to keep the bullet lodged in his body for the he kept the bullet in himself for the rest of his life. That shows you how awesome he was.
Yeah, it is crazy. Well, let me
Yeah,
ask you
he was like-
something. That's not related though.
Okay.
What should we build in Minecraft?
What should we build in Minecraft?
Yeah.
It would take some time, but you know what I always wanted to do, but my sister kept destroying it whenever it was her turn to play. I tried to build the prison from The Walking Dead.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I've
That's
only
a good
been able to
idea.
build the perimeter fence, and then my sister kept planting TNTs all over the place, and I'm like, seriously, sis? This was like 10 years ago.
Seriously, you troll?
Yeah. I remember this was back during the prison arc in the TV show when it originally aired. Those were good days.
Yeah.
Even Negan too. It really went downhill after Glenn and Abraham and Carl.
Oh yeah, literally. I told you. It's like literally 60%.
I understand
Hyper
why they
TX,
killed
what's up, Hyper TX? Awesome,
that
say hi to Hyper
cliffhanger-
TX.
When that cliffhanger happened
Get fucked.
at the end of season 6, I knew I was able to figure out it was Abraham in that scene that Negan killed, but I had no clue that Glenn would die right afterwards. That was one of the biggest shocks ever.
Yeah, that kind of really sucked. And they never
Yeah,
recovered. And that's like the biggest regret. I saw an interview with Jeffrey Dean Morgan the other day. And it was like, what's one thing from The Walking Dead that you wish didn't happen? He was like, I wish we didn't kill Glenn. The show would be the most popular show in the world right now if we didn't kill Glenn. Like,
I understand
probably.
why they did it. I understand why they did it, though. It was for the story. And, like, I remember when I met Jeffrey Dean Morgan the year after that episode aired, I told him how it was really impressive and sad. And he said, it was sad.
That's what he said?
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
like-
sad.
I remember when he first
That's
entered
how he
that
said it.
autograph- When he first entered that autograph session when I was waiting for him, like, I was the first person that he noticed. Like, he told me that when it was my turn. Like, you were the first person I noticed because I noticed you were dressed as Rick.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Yeah, and I gave him a hug, and then when it was my turn to do the photo op, he was like, Austin, I started my day with you, and I'm ending it with you.
No way.
I know, Negan himself.
He said that? What a nice guy.
Yeah, and he did other stuff like Watchmen, The Losers, which also had Chris Evans in it. I remember that ending gets me every time. If you've seen the ending of The Losers, you'll understand what I mean.
That's crazy,
And
man.
yeah, like
So who was in the
oh,
nicest
Supernatural.
celebrities
he
you
was
met?
in Supernatural.
Yeah, he was good in
He
that.
He played the dad.
Yeah, he was
I've
good.
seen a few episodes of that. Yeah. Yeah, like
But awesome.
Carl, that was messed up what they did. I mean, I got through it, but
Awesome.
that was dumb in my opinion.
I gotta lurk real quick. Gotta avoid these spoilers. Yeah. Who are some of your favorite celebrities you met, Austin?
Okay, I'm gonna name off the top of my head Stan Lee, Jackie Chan, Chandler Riggs, Norman Reedus, William Shatner, George Takei. Walter Koenig.
Is George Takei still alive?
Yeah, he's like almost 90.
Jesus.
Uh,
They're
Let's
all
see.
nice people though.
oh yeah, Christopher Lloyd,
Lloyd.
Michael J. Fox, Brendan Fraser. Let's see. Jason David Frank, the original Green Ranger, who's now deceased.
Yeah, I remember when we met. Dude, I was there when you met him.
Yeah, I remember you took the video and picture, and he gave me a high five twice.
Yeah, your mom was like, "Do you want to meet him?" I was like, "I don't give a fuck about this guy."
Oh my gosh, Hulk Hogan. Remember we did the photo op with
Oh,
him
dude,
together.
if you still have that picture, let me know. I felt so cringy when we walked in there, cause I was like super overweight too, and it was like a couple of superstars. I was like, "Oh, this guy, this guy." That was cool though. I'm glad we did it. That was pretty funny.
There are a lot of other people I've met.
We walked past a few wrestlers that day. It was crazy. Like not even like they were like part of the convention. They were just sitting there.
Priscilla Presley's another good one I met.
Mm.
Danny Glover, Molly Ringwald,
Legends.
Orlando Bloom, Will Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean, and Legolas from Lord of the Rings.
Legolas.
Andy Serkis, my precious.
Serkis.
Paul Bettany, Jarvis, Vision. He was so nice. He was like, "Thank you for coming." I
Just like Vision.
I also met.
I like that.
Gosh. Oh, I met. You're gonna laugh about this one. Danielle Panabaker. She was one of my big celebrity crushes.
Wifey.
She's not my wife. She's someone
But
else's
she's wifey.
wife.
She's wifey for you.
Yeah, but don't worry. I moved on it. She's married and she has 2 kids, and she's happy. Good for her.
Good for you. Good for her. But if she ever calls, no, I'm just kidding. But you know,
Dude.
listen, all I'm saying is,
Stop.
Selena Gomez breaks up with Benny Blanco, and she's like, "Al, I watched the stream. Get me in there right now." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, and I've met there are a lot of good people I've met. Yeah, it's amazing. Like Chiller, the Chiller Theater Expo, I met a handful amount of celebrities who I never thought I would even get an opportunity to meet. Like when I met Danny Glover, that was a big deal because I didn't think he was the kind of guy who would do conventions, and I asked him the iconic phrase from Lethal Weapon, "You ever too old for this?" censored, and he laughed, and he was like, "Never." Like the only thing that's sad though is that they've been talking about doing a Lethal Weapon 5 for years now, and they haven't made a Lethal Weapon movie
Oh
since
shit.
1998, which was before I was born. And I asked him, "What's the latest on Lethal Weapon 5?" Because at the time, last I heard, Mel Gibson signed on to direct it after Richard Donner passed away, because he was originally going to be the one to direct it, but he passed away. And he said to me, "We're not doing the movie." I'm like, "What?" He said, "We're not doing it." And then, now they're saying that Mel Gibson said he has the script, but there's only one factor that's preventing them from
Mel Gibson's like
greenlighting the movie.
100 years old though.
What?
Mel Gibson's old as fuck.
I know, but as they say in the movie,
But they're making Spaceballs too.
I know. I was shocked.
Have
about
you seen
that.
Spaceballs 1?
No, but
It's
I
fucking
know
amazing.
it. It's a parody of Star Wars, and it's Mel Brooks, Rick Moranis, who I didn't
It's
think would come out of
hilarious.
retirement. But see, if he can come out of retirement to do Spaceball 2, then he can come out of
Who
retirement.
is that? The guy who
to
plays
return
Darth Vader?
I think.
What is that? The guy from Honey I Shrunk the Kids or whatever?
Yeah.
That guy, dude. I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah, if he can come out of retirement to do Spaceballs 2, then this has to indicate there's hope for him to come out of retirement to return in a future Ghostbusters sequel.
What was he in Ghostbusters?
He played that guy with the glasses.
Oh, he's the guy with the glasses and everything. Has he ever been the guy without the glasses? Posture check. All right, dude. I'll turn my camera on real quick to check my posture. Hello, Wapdi. Wapdi,
became
when
a
we
ghost-
playing? When we
He
playing?
officially,
Power World.
he
Sorry.
officially became a Ghostbuster at the end of the second movie. Remember, facing the evil pink slime.
Oh, right.
He was picked up by that green monster who was driving the bus, and the green monster was like, "Come on in, I'll give you a ride." And I remember, and then that's another good franchise. Oh my gosh, what the most recent Ghostbuster movie that came out, the Frozen Empire. Oh my gosh, I bought this expensive popcorn limited edition Ghostbusters bundle.
Or do you
at
buy the
AMC
popcorn
theater.
buckets?
Yeah, and it was like over $40, and my dad was like, "What did you buy, son?" I'm like, "Dad, it's a limited edition Ghostbusters thing. I had to get it at least once."
Come on. Let
He
me
was
dish.
like, "Be careful." Like, I'm gonna buy one of those Fantastic Four buckets when I see that movie. Speaking of which, I have to get tickets for opening day.
Al, what are you making? I'm just making a giant nether portal. I want to make one huge one, but it didn't work that way, so I'm making little sections to it, and now I gotta finish it.
I'm not.
Then I'm gonna make a giant cactus. Sorry, what?
I'm not. It's all good. I'm not gonna let myself get spoiled of how Doctor Doom shows up in the post-credit scene because I know he's
Yeah.
gonna show up.
Chat, what is everyone making?
They have to set up Doomsday, so it would make sense for him to at least have a cameo or something similar.
Well, I
to
was
that
saying
post-credit
this to my friend yesterday. You know what I think would be cool? I think it would be cool if at the end of Fantastic Four, they lose. Like what the big fight they have against Galactus, they lose that fight, and then that sets up.
That is a very.
Like, and then at the end of the fight, the Fantastic Four has to, like, make some multiversal portal to get out of there and get to the main universe we watch, and that sets up Galactus to be an even bigger threat later on. So, like, we set him up in this movie as a big bad, and, like, we don't even, like, beat him. We just get shit on by him, and we have to escape him. And then we know he's gonna be there later.
Yeah, he's definitely not gonna be a one and done villain. There's no effing way.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They should lose to Galactus and just ditch that planet, type shit.
I think
But they're probably
I
not
think
gonna.
either they will lose to Galactus or this. Like someone pointed out this theory not too long ago, and I think this could be a possibility. Maybe they win, but Doctor Doom abducts is a Reed Richards and Susan Storm's son. Franklin Richards, that's the name, right?
Yeah.
They adopt him because Susan Storm's pregnant in this movie. And they're like, oh, we have to rescue him. Dr. Doom kidnaps him. And
That makes sense.
And, you know-
you didn't read the Secret Wars yet, did you? The 2015 Jonathan Hickman run?
I didn't read the Secret Wars
That's the movie. The 2015 Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars book is the new movie they're making with Doom. And that explains pretty much everything they're doing.
Modifications.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
definitely gonna be
100%.
modifications.
But that's pretty much what they're
Yeah,
basing it off of. Like, Molecule Man is going to be involved. Hyperion's going to be involved. Whatever the fuck that guy's name is. Or Sentry.
Dude,
That's his name.
that character that Steven Yeun was supposed to play, he would have killed it as that character.
Who was he supposed to play?
Whoever was the villain in Thunderbolts, that shadow person.
I have no idea. But I'm glad, though. I want them to save Steven Yeun as, like, some goated ass character. Because Steven Yeun is such a good actor, man.
Should be awesome in the MCU, man.
I know, man. I know.
So would Norman Reedus. Like,
He's invincible,
I
bro.
want-
He is
No, I-
invincible. You have to understand that.
oh yeah, I do know that. Yeah.
And you know who Conquest is? Like, one of his biggest villains is?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, right?
Yes.
I remember someone made a joke like Glenn got his revenge.
And you know who the
I'm
other
like,
main
oh my-
character is? J.K. Simmons. It's great. You gotta watch
Oh
it.
yeah. J. Jonah Jameson, Whiplash. Oh my gosh, he scared me in
Alright,
Whiplash.
we built a giant portal.
Yeah, like what was I
Look
gonna
at that.
say? Oh shit.
That is so stupid, but so
Like-
cool.
Yeah, like. What was I saying before we? Oh yeah. I want Norman Reedus to play Ghost Rider, but I heard rumors that Ryan Gosling may have been cast in the role, or he's the top contender. So it's. I mean, look, whatever happens, it's out of our control. But it would be nice to see Norman Reedus as someone in the MCU because
I agree.
Michael Rooker was in it, and now we need Daryl to have a role.
I agree, man.
Another actor I want to see in the MCU is Keanu Reeves. I think he should play the rebooted version of Beast after the reboot happens. You know, the soft reboot
Keanu
after
Reeves
Secret.
as Beast?
After Secret Wars. When they introduced the MCU X-Men.
Yeah.
After, they're gonna recast the X-Men after that. At least most of them.
Keanu
they
Reeves.
recast
Beast is one of my favorite characters, man.
I know, he's basically the Hulk and the Thing of X-Men.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's more of like Colossus.
He's more mature though.
Well, the thing about
He's a-
Beast is he's a genius, dude. He is one of the smartest characters in Marvel, and they're never gonna tell you that. Like they do a few times, but like obviously, like Reed Richards, Iron Man, they're smarter than him. But Beast
I
is really, really smart.
look at his performance in the 1990s X-Men cartoon show and the new one, X-Men 97.
Yeah.
His whoever voiced him, such a genius on connecting with the character.
Oh yeah. If
I'm
you
actually
ever
binge
what is it? There's this comic called The Black Vortex. I think I've told you about it before.
It rings a bell.
It's basically about the X-Men and the Guardians coming together to fight this like beast who controls this mirror. That when you go into the mirror, like you might come out good, you might come out bad, but you become like a steroid version of yourself. What's up, Krusty? Where you at, Krusty?
So it's kind of like in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, where they point the wand at the thing and they say ridiculous, or it is not the same thing.
No, like you can like go through this mirror and like you'd come out with like a 12 pack, you know what I mean? And like super jacked arms, and you'd have like lasers shoot out your eyes. So like Groot goes through it, he becomes like a super mega beast. Every character pretty much goes through it, but some people go through it and they become evil, and Beast goes through it and becomes a genius, but becomes an asshole.
So it's like Beauty and the Beast.
Literally.
Oh my gosh, speaking of which, my mom booked the restaurants for our next Disney trip, which is in August, and the first night we're there, she booked my favorite restaurant, Beast Castle. It's personally my favorite restaurant in the whole Disney resort. Because you get to see Beast make his formal entrance every few minutes, and it's like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Beast, and he says hello.
And I was like,
and,
yeah.
and he does it again every few minutes afterwards, like, yay, hello again, Beast. And,
I like that.
oh my god. Yeah. We're also gonna try Japan at Epcot for the first time. I can't wait to have sushi at Disney World. And like we're gonna go to all 4 theme parks, and we're gonna spend 2 days at Universal. And we're gonna we're checking out the new Epic Universe theme park, which has the Universal Monsters, Mario, How to Train Your Dragon, the other expanded Harry Potter
the new
stuff.
game called Rematch. I have not played that. Wall of Names in the Nether. What do you mean Wall of Names? There's a Wall of Names in the Nether?
All these new games I'm hearing about, it's amazing.
I gotta see that. Also, chat, I want to make a giant cactus somewhere. Where should I put it? I do want to go to the Nether. I'm gonna help out. But I also want to start making this giant cactus, and I don't know where to place it. I think right here might be nice.
Let's see. Oh, Al, did you watch Jaws yesterday? It was the 50th anniversary yesterday.
I did not. Was it cracked?
Can you believe? Oh my gosh, it never gets old watching it.
Really?
But it's like you learn something new almost every time you watch it again. Like I was watching it on Peacock, and there was a special video introduction greeting from Steven Spielberg, the director, and he said, "Hey fans, it's hard to believe that it's been 50 years since Jaws came out. That's crazy. You know, thank you fans, etc." And I'm still shocked that it's been 50 years. My grandparents saw that in the theater back in the day, and it terrified them. And they wouldn't let my mom and my uncle see it because they thought they were too young for it. But, you know, it's like one of those movies everyone was talking about, alongside Rocky and Star Wars.
So is Jaws one of your favorite movies, you think?
I think it's one of the best movies, one of the best non-superhero movies ever made.
I mean, superhero movies are good, you know, but like they're not
No.
creme de
I
la
like
creme.
most of there's superhero movies that are among my favorite movies, but if I had to name a movie that's not a superhero movie that's among my favorites, Jaws is one of them, alongside
okay.
Rocky and Star Wars.
Craft that shit.
Like
I will craft that shit. I will try my
this
best.
time next year.
Also, Blue Monkey, I have not. Is it good? What is that? Sorry.
It's all good. This time next year, I'm gonna try to visit the steps in Philadelphia, because next year Rocky's turning 50.
Damn. Yeah, Rocky's one of your favorites too.
Oh my gosh. I mean, 5 is a disappointment, but I personally enjoy watching all the movies in general. fourth
Yeah.
one's the best
I
one, in
heard
my opinion.
Sylvester Stallone say that too. He said like he regrets 5, like it just wasn't him.
I read this somewhere. Originally, in that fight scene at the end, on
I
the
haven't
streets,
seen it, but I'm not even lying to you.
Rocky Balboa was originally written to be killed off in that scene, but Sylvester Stallone rewrote that. I'm glad that happened because we wouldn't have gotten Rocky Balboa and we wouldn't have gotten the Creed movies.
I think we still would have
Like-
gotten Creed, but
Rocky would have died in Rocky 5 if they didn't change the ending. And
yeah.
I think that would have made the movie a lot worse, honestly. Like, but Rocky 4, I think it's the most eventful of all the movies. Maybe outside of the original, but the fourth one's the best sequel, at least.
Rocky 4.
Yeah, Drago. And he yells Drago when he climbs up that mountain in Russia.
I haven't
And
even seen
Did
him.
did you know this? The actor who played Drago, when he punched Sylvester Stallone in the chest so hard, it actually gave him a bruise in his heart.
Really?
He almost died, and he went to the hospital. I read that somewhere, unless it's fake, but like I could swear it said that somewhere.
Damn.
Either way, Rocky 4, one of the most epic sequels ever made.
Hell yeah.
Like, it's hard to beat the original when it comes to sequels. Like, Terminator 2, Godfather 2, Empire Strikes Back, Spider-Man 2. These are movies that, are better than the original, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I
Too
like
good.
him. But like I've only seen bits and pieces of a few of them. I really haven't seen a lot of the Rockies, even though I want to.
Which Rockies have you not seen?
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Creed 1 and 2. Most of them.
You never seen them?
Pretty much, yeah. Never.
But you used to have a DVD collection of the first 5.
I know. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like I definitely like have seen them, but like I like one I
You don't
definitely
remember
saw.
it.
Yeah, like the one where he like climbs up the steps. I definitely saw all that.
Oh, yeah.
But I haven't. Don't remember
remember
anything
when
from
I-
54 or 5.
Remember when I ran for class vice president back in high school? My running mate and I, we used the Rocky Balboa theme song for our campaign video, and then we raised our arms up as a way to pay tribute
I
to Rocky.
totally forgot that.
Yeah, and the ticket that ended
You know what's
up
crazy?
beating us. What?
Yesterday I went to a wedding that was at the same place we had our senior prom.
Oh man, that must have been something.
That was pretty cool.
The castle, that is a nice place.
It was
yeah.
very awesome.
I remember, what was I gonna say? Oh shoot. What was the last thing I was saying?
Oh shucks. Oh darn it.
Were we talking about Rocky? Hang on.
Rocky? I think you might have been.
Oh yeah, the ticket that ended up beating us in the class election, they didn't use the Titanic theme song, but they paid tribute to Titanic in their campaign video, and I was like, oh my gosh, Titanic. Okay.
Did they win?
I just said the ticket that ended up beating us.
Oh right.
Don't remember that? We finished in second place, and my running mate was so upset, and I was okay with whatever outcome. I felt good that I was getting attention.
I
in high
totally
school, and
forgot that happened.
I was advertising to people. I remember I was handing out campaign lollipops in one of the cafeterias, and all these beautiful girls were coming up to me, supporting me,
W.
including this one girl I had a brief crush on at the time.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh my
Chillin'.
gosh. Like, seeing those people supporting me was something.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It goes so fast. It's crazy.
No, that is really cool.
Yeah.
I forgot who your
It's
running mate was though, but you don't have to tell me.
You said we can't mention names here, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't. Well, you can tell me their first name.
No. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, smart man. But you could though.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's. Oh. So let's see. I know you're excited for Fantastic Four. Are you excited for Superman? I am.
Eh, it'll be alright. I'm
Like
excited,
it's directed
but
by James. I think it'll be good. It'll definitely be better than Superman 3 and 4 from the 1980s.
so far, I'm thinking so as well.
Like Superman 3, I personally don't mind in some sense. Like I like how in that movie Clark Kent visits his hometown and he has the high school reunion and he reunites with his friend Lana Lang and meets her son and he reunites with his old school bully from the first movie who tipped over that football bench on purpose to be like, now you have things to clean up and you can't hang out with us. And I remember I was like, what a jerk. I remember like Christopher
Whoa.
Reeve expressed frustration with those movies, the 3 and 4, especially 4. He said he hated working on part 4, The Quest for Peace. And I
Really?
can see why. Like the first 2 were really good. 3 was okay. 4 was
Eh.
Yeah. I remember when my grandmother was alive, Christopher Reeve's performance as Superman was one of those big things about pop culture she would talk about all the time. She would always talk about like she would talk about that most of the time, alongside the shark from Jaws. And Spider-Man sometimes, because whenever she and my aunt would visit.
Yo, how'd you get a highlight on your name here, Silver? How are you highlighting your text like that? What kind of magic are you learning here? How do you have a font? How are you doing that? I want to do that. That's sick.
I would
Yo,
wear that
what is
Spider-
that? What did you just do? Just glowed it?
Something happened?
Yeah.
There's always something happening, Al.
There's always something happening, man. Hold on, I want to
Yeah.
change my spot. I want to put it over here.
You know what's so interesting? Every now and then I think all these celebrities that are still alive, they're out there doing something.
That's
And it
what I'm
makes you
saying.
wonder what they're doing.
Yeah, like when you watch like a movie, you know what I'm saying? Like when you watch like Tom Cruise jump off of like a mountain
plane.
with a motorcycle. Yeah, like what were you doing that day? Like were you just like working somewhere? Were you just like taking a shit somewhere? Like what was happening that day? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know where
What
I
color
was
do I
when
want
they
it? I can pick a color. Do green.
I know where I was when they filmed the bridge scene in The Dark Knight Rises. I was actually in Manhattan that day, and they were filming on that bridge outside of Manhattan. So I was a few miles away. So I was in the city when Batman saved Gotham.
Hey, that's so
LOL.
sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember my dad and mom wouldn't let me see that movie right away after that Aurora shooting in Colorado. And I was afraid I was gonna miss the theatrical experience just because of that scum. Can I say scumbag or no?
Yeah, you can say scumbag.
That scumbag James Holmes, the perpetrator.
That's scumbag.
I remember, like, when I first heard about the shooting, see, I remembered how they said Joker wasn't going to be in The Dark Knight Rises because Heath Ledger passed away, so I understand that, and then I just looked up Joker The Dark Knight Rises just to see what results would come up, and I see a picture of James Holmes' mugshot, and I'm like, wait, the Joker is in the movie and that's who's playing him? And then I watched the news later, and my mom was saying that guy shot a theater. I'm like, oh my gosh, who would do such a thing? And I remember he said to the authorities, I'm the Joker. Like, what kind of
Yeah, that
people...
was crazy. You know you can't
What
wear
kind
face paint to a movie theater now because of that?
I didn't know that, and
Yep.
I don't really care about wearing face paint anyway, so it doesn't bother me that I can't wear face paint.
Well, if
at
you're
a
ever
movie
going to
theater.
like, you know, like if you're ever doing like a Comic-Con, you also want to go to a movie that day. Yeah, I wouldn't go that day.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't rule out cosplaying as Joker at a convention one day. I already chose my cosplay for Comic-Con this year. I'm cosplaying as Doctor Doom.
I like that.
Again, I know he's gonna show up at the end of Fantastic Four, or at least a reference like Doom is coming, and the audience will be like, "Oh my gosh, they mentioned Doctor Doom."
Oh my gosh.
Either that or a cameo. Like, in my opinion, see, so here's the layout, especially after the delays of Doomsday and Secret Wars. So it's Fantastic Four First Steps, which is the beginning of Phase 6 in a month from now or so. Then it's Spider-Man Brand New Day, which doesn't come out until July 31st, 2026, I think.
Okay.
And then it's Avengers Doomsday in December 2026. Then it's, well, I think there's an untitled movie that they're going to release before Secret Wars in 2027, but the next movie that I know for sure is Avengers Secret Wars in December of 2027. I don't think it would make sense for Doctor Doom to first show up in Doomsday, and he doesn't even make a cameo appearance in one of the prior movies. They have to at least give like a glimpse or a tease. Like, he has to show up at least as a tease at the end of either Fantastic Four or Spider-Man Brand New Day. It
I
wouldn't
agree.
make sense for him. It wouldn't make sense for him to show up like in Doomsday first, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Doctor Doom. This is my introduction." Like that.
Yeah, I hope there's nothing like weird like that for Spider-Man. Like, I hope Spider-Man gets his own like real story again. Spider-Man's the only one with enough villains where you can just make like that kind of story.
They just announced today that the Punisher is gonna show up in Spider-Man, like John Bernthal's Punisher.
Really?
Yeah, he's joining the cast, and they just announced that Ned's coming back too.
Damn good.
And Zendaya, it's been known for a while, but I don't think Zendaya and Jacob, what's his name? The guy who played Ned. It's Jacob something, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna have as much screen time compared to the other movies, because I think it's more like Peter's new friends, his new hood kind of thing. But you know, the old friends will still be around in the
Oh, they did
background
like
or
a
something
Miles
like that.
Morales thing.
I think Miles Morales is gonna show up because Jamie Foxx foreshadowed it when he was like, "There's got to be a Black Spider-Man." Like, when he said that, I was like, "Yes!"
Dude, not even
Foreshadow-
that. Like, the games are so good. The Miles Morales Spider-Man game is so fun. It is so good.
I still haven't played those games, but I like know what
I did.
happens.
I finished another wall, and now I'm making like an animal sanctuary next to it.
The guy who voiced Venom in that game passed away last year.
Really?
Yeah, Tony Todd, Candyman, Final Destination.
Damn.
And he was Zoom in The Flash, the TV show.
Damn.
He had an awesome demonic like voice for those performances. I saw Final Destination Bloodlines a few weeks ago, and it was his last performance, and he already knew he was sick when they filmed his scenes in that movie, so he treated it like it was his last performance. So, and they pulled it off really good.
Damn. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Though.
I had none of us knew he was sick. Like, it was one of those celebrity situations where they decided to keep it secret from the public, which I understand.
Yeah.
Like, that's what Chadwick Boseman did. That's what Alan Rickman did. That's what Kelly Preston did. That one, I had no idea Kelly Preston had cancer, and then I thought she was gonna live to be an old lady along with John Travolta. And I'm amazed John Travolta has pulled through after all these years. You know, I guess he had to just get through it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Your acting.
Yeah,
Your actor repertoire is insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Tony Todd being on the screen. He was awesome.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, like his performance as William Bloodworth in Candyman. It's like
Oh, that
Robert
guy.
it's like Robert Englund's performance as Freddy Krueger. It's not irreplaceable even if they did recast the characters, well, they're not gonna recast William Bloodworth. They said they were not gonna recast, but if they were to remake Candyman and have someone else play him, it would not be the same. Like Tony Todd will always be Candyman and Bloodworth to me. And
Good.
see, and they've been talking about another Nightmare on Elm Street movie for a long time now, and they were talking about who they would like to play Freddy Krueger next. No matter what they do, Robert Englund will always be Freddy Krueger to me, and that'll never change nothing's gonna change that opinion of mine.
I like that.
Yeah, just the way he would just scare those kids, like, "Sorry, kid, I don't believe in fairy tales. Come to Freddy," etc. Yeah,
Etc.
yeah. It comes in handy when you can't mention everything right away, you know?
But at the same time, like when you say etc., like you know there's nothing else you have to say after that. Like I'd be saying etc. Like I'd be texting someone like, yeah, later on today I gotta go do this, etc. You know damn well after that, once I say etc., I don't have another example. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it.
It depends on the situation, I guess.
Yeah. Nah, I just saw a
Yeah.
meme about that online. That's what I think about every time you say it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like. You ever seen the Final Destination movies?
The Final Destiny? Yes.
All of them?
Oh, what's your Discord, Wapti? I tried entering a command in for your chat, but didn't see one. Dude, you gotta scroll down on his Discord, and you'll get it. I can also invite you to it, unlit. Also, Blue Monket, how's your day going? Silver, how's your day going? Fireboy, how's your day going? Now, looking at this here, I'm thinking I don't really like this.
I feel. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I just feel the need to think about the April Fool's prank I did on you.
Think about it, man. Think about how good it makes you feel.
Oh my god, I love April Fool's
I love
Day.
pranking. I'm alright, says Silver.
Remember,
Hell yeah.
remember when I sent you the ultrasound pictures some years?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that.
The first time you were like April Fool's, the second time, I think you fell for it briefly because you were like, "Wait, is my sister pregnant?" And then you were like, "Oh yeah, April Fool's." And then I was like, "How would I get an ultrasound picture if it was fake?" And you were like, "You know your ways."
Yeah, exactly. You'd find a way on April Fool's Day.
Yeah, it's funny. Remember my grand cousins?
Of course.
So when I found
Of course.
these are my cousin's daughters who had kids, and when the first one, like
It's taking way
Like-
longer than I thought.
when the first one, like what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like they were unplanned, and when the first one happened, my cousin and his wife were upset, and then some years I considered doing a prank on my cousin's wife. I'm having a baby myself, but I was afraid it would bring back memories to when she was upset, so I decided not to. But I feel like maybe it would be fun to prank her, like I'm having a kid too. I remember you know what's so funny? Like the first grand cousin who was born, when I found out that he was on the way, like the mom of that baby was expecting, like the first one of the two daughters to be expecting, when I heard the news that she was expecting, I texted my other cousin, the one who would be the great aunt of this new baby in this situation. I assumed that she got the pregnancy, so I was like, I texted her out of the blue that night saying, "Great aunt so and so, huh? Congrats! This is so exciting! I am so excited!" And then she was like, "What are you talking about?" with multiple question marks.
I love it.
I spoiled the surprise.
I love it.
I think it's just so funny. Like, I thought she knew about the pregnancy.
I think I made this room too big.
Let's see.
Fuck.
I'm trying to think of other movies that we may have seen and you haven't seen in a while, or maybe let's see. Shoot. We've seen a lot of movies in the theaters.
Yeah,
Remember, we saw the second Diary of a Wimpy Kid in the theater. Remember that?
I do.
You were saying to me, I think Roderick's gonna lock him in the basement, and you were right.
Damn, how do you remember that?
Oh my gosh, I was addicted to Diary of a Wimpy Kid back in the day. Like, you can never forget the theatrical experience of it. Oh my gosh, wow. I was just looking through this Riddler wallet I got at New York Comic Con, and I found my old school ID from senior year of high school. I look good. The world's sexiest grand cousin, right?
That's right.
The school year before.
I'm regretting building this here.
Shut up.
I don't think I should have been starting building this here. But that's just gonna be there now.
Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, something I was gonna mention earlier. I think there's another Marvel movie that's gonna be released in between Doomsday and Secret Wars. I think they said there's an untitled film, but they didn't reveal the movie. I think it's gonna be Doctor Strange 3.
Yeah, okay.
It would make sense considering, you know, the teaser at the end of the second movie with that new lady and the third eye. What is the meaning of that? Is that from the comics or something? Because I'm unfamiliar with that. I was confused when his third eye popped out on his forehead. Like,
Yeah,
what is that?
You gotta watch New Rockstars, man. They tell you everything. I'm making this room smaller.
Wait. They tell you everything about the third eye?
No, they tell you everything about like the movies. Like, they break down every single shot, so you know, like, the reference to it, like, you know, the actors involved, the production involved.
Each shot in every movie has a unique meaning.
That's right. So watch New Rockstars on YouTube. They're a great source for all nerds in the chat.
That in a film studies class I took years ago. I learned that each shot has its own meaning.
Also, Blue Monkey, we're doing good. We're doing good. This evening we have our friend Austin here in the Discord talking to us about his fondness for movies and life. Austin, say hello to the chat.
Hello, chat. I can't even see it right now, but I know you're there.
They are here.
Yeah.
They are here indeed.
It kind of feel like Daredevil's like, I don't see it, but I sense it.
You could get on it though. We're on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like, but that requires, you know, effort.
Sorry, I just want. You know, speaking of Daredevil, I learned a lot more about that movie after watching it again. Like the symbolism of, like, you know, blindness and the other senses in your brain kicking in. It's so amazing to reflect that, you know.
It is pretty cool. You know, once you lose one sense, the other one's stronger.
Ben Affleck's narration as a blind vigilante, like, I'm on the roofs at night. Looking for
Yeah, Ben Affleck is a weird acting choice. I mean, I guess at the time he was different. You know what I mean?
I honestly think he did good.
He wasn't bad.
They did a great job on making him look like him as an adult compared to how he looked as a kid. Like, they did a good job on making him look the same.
Yeah.
Jennifer Garner killed it as Elektra. Not even gonna lie about that. She was connected.
It was cool to see her in Deadpool.
Yeah, when I saw her again, I was like, yes. And then when Blade showed up, my mom and I were both blown away.
Oh, dude, so was my mom.
I wasn't sure if Wesley Snipes would
I was losing my shit in the theater.
I wasn't sure if that version of Blade would come back.
Blade's a beast, man.
Yeah.
These rooms are way too big for these small animals.
Now we need Jessica Alba's Fantastic Four team to come back. And we need them to interact with the other Spider-Man variants and, you know, Blade and But we need all those heroes from back then to interact. Like even Eric Bana's Hulk, we need them all to interact.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it? The guy who played Mr. Fantastic in the Jessica Alba Fantastic Four. Is it Ion Gruffud? Something like that? He's British, right?
Well, what do you play?
He played Mr. Fantastic in the Jessica Alba Fantastic Four movies. He's British, I think. He was also
I don't know.
He was also in Titanic.
I know that guy. I forgot his name though.
Ion Gruffud, if that's how you pronounce it.
Gruffud.
I'm sure viewers know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He was also on one of the lifeboats in Titanic, which I only discovered like last year. Like I didn't realize that was Mr. Fantastic.
Krusty, you like the pyramid?
Yeah, like it's so. Yeah, like I need to see that version of Mr. Fantastic interact with Tobey Maguire because I wanted that. Oh, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine interact with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man because Wolverine was supposed to make a cameo in the first Spider-Man movie back in the day,
Giant. But yeah, it took a while.
Something happened that made the cameo appearance impossible.
What?
Hugh Jackman's Wolverine was supposed to make a cameo in the first Spider-Man movie, but something happened that made. So this will be like
I like the bridge, Silver. This is nice.
Quarter century in the making, kind of cliche.
Type
yeah,
beat.
I'm
making a village. I like that.
Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider. That's another person who needs to return in Secret Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How far are we from everything?
I personally thought he was a good Ghost Rider. My sister thinks he's a terrible actor, but I think he's okay depending on what project we're talking about.
He's alright. Yeah. Depends on the project.
Like I can kind of relate to the original movie now, the original Ghost Rider, because like I was saying earlier in the stream, I'm looking for a sign, looking for answers, kind of cliche.
Right.
Like
I think running will help you though, but you don't have to run that far first.
Yeah, and I guess this is another thing I could mention in the chat. I mentioned this earlier, but another
Krusty,
thing...
did you see this? I'm sure you saw this, Krusty. But push this button if you haven't.
Another thing going on my mind right now is... I was talking to Al about this. It's like... I've been thinking a lot about...
Hey, I'm glad you saw it.
I've had trouble with this whole dating game, if that's what you want to call it, and... I know they say you never really know how you're going to meet your future forever, but I'm kind of more anxious than ever to know who my future forever will turn out to be.
Hey. Sorry, we're listening to Gravity Falls in this game. I'm telling you, sign up for that show, man.
I'll sign up. It doesn't guarantee I'll get in it, though.
No, but that's why you start signing up now. So you can apply every year.
Look, bottom line is, I'm starting to think that whoever she turns out to be, it's someone who doesn't even live in this area. And I guess that's okay, because a lot of people are like that.
Hell yeah. Thanks for pushing the button, Krusty. Yeah, but you never know. That's what I'm saying, like, pursue, like, your own passions in life, and then that stuff is just gonna come naturally, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I guess I know what you mean. Yeah, it's just
you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Things get confusing, at least at first.
Yeah. But you know how it goes.
Yeah. It's like it really just oh man, it really cracks me up, like all these things that happen, like some of the jokes I hear about and all the jokes. One time, this is one of the best jokes ever. You ready?
I'm ready.
So one of my friends, family friends, who actually is now married. I remember this is when he was like a teenager, and now he's married, and he could announce a baby announcement any moment now. But like in his pre-marriage life, he would tease us when we were little, and he was looking through this book, and he's like, he was laughing. He's like, guys, look at these funny jokes. I'm like, really? What is it? And all the pages were blank, and he's like, haha, I tricked you. That was the best
Get fucked,
joke
buddy.
he ever did to me.
I like that.
I know. He's so hysterical. Yeah.
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
that
like-
though. That's funny.
Yeah. And just like, it was so hysterical. Like, sorry, I'm just looking through here.
Thinking back on the good days.
Okay, now I found it on YouTube. I found the live stream.
Oh really? You found this?
Yeah.
Thank God. Let's go. We're building.
It's just... Yeah, I hear myself. This is so cool.
Yeah. This bridge looking good. Let's go. I'm glad.
It's, yeah, like, yeah. I'm just trying to think if there's any other funny stories
Whoa,
to share.
noise
but-
alert. Swamped out.
Oh,
It looks like one heck of a roller coaster. It is a cool roller
Remember-
coaster. Swamped out, while you're here, let's show you something cool. Hold on, we got a new
when you
person.
remember when you played the GTA video game and you jumped off the Empire State Building with a parachute and a motorcycle?
Yeah, man, that was like my favorite thing to do back in GTA 4. Hold on, Swamped out. I want to show you something cool. Look at this. This is what this game has been working on. We worked in this giant pyramid. This is what this great community has built. Hoi, Alasia Raven. How are you doing, Jazz? Welcome in. Playing some Minecraft. Okay, so we built this giant pyramid. It's pretty cool. But Swamped Out, this is really what it is. And thank you for the follow, Swamped Out. You were a legend. That's why I'm flying over here. Show you this. Look at this. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Because you could build on this too if you want. Anyone can build on it. Get ready. We have a small render distance because we added the update. The wall. Nee, 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 nee. Yeah. Now with shaders and more upgrades coming. So we're working on this. And we want people to upgrade and add stuff.
You just reminded me, the new Jurassic World. That's another movie I'm looking forward to watching.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think that one will be good? It'll be nice to see
probably.
Scarlett Johansson in it.
I
but
haven't seen a
don't-
Jurassic Park movie since like just the originals.
I don't know if it'll be.
Whoa!
I
What was
don't
that
know if
noise?
I don't know if I'll enjoy it as much as the other movies, but I'm excited to give it a chance.
Bowdy, hi, what's up, Bowdy? How you guys doing? Welcome into the stream.
It's just so hilarious. Like,
Hell yeah, Swamped Out and Bowdy. How did you guys find the stream? I'm doing pretty good. The guys at the Taco Bell made a mistake, so I got double Baja Blast. You lucky bastard. I want some, Jazz. That's crazy. Jazz, did you know there was a guy that one time like designed a backpack specifically for stealing Baja Blast from Taco Bell? And it was crazy. It just like went into his like cup and then straight into a tube that went into his pocket. Into his backpack, into like a gallon container. And he just stole like gallons of Baja Blast when it came out. Anyway, look it up on Reddit. Very cool. How are you doing though, Jazz? Besides that, good day? Good little Saturday? I mean, that's pretty epic to the day. We got 9 folks in here right now watching Minecraft. You're the little thief of Star Wars. You're the little thief of Star Wars. Yeah, yeah. I'm this guy.
I remember that one time when you did a dare challenge on me, like.
How are you?
Ugh,
I'm from Argentina, so sorry if I write some
I
words.
forgot.
No problem.
I forgot I was gonna-
I want to learn some Spanish Argentinian. So welcome in. How are you doing? I don't know how you guys found us, but welcome. I can't spell LOL, dude. Neither can I. No worries. And you're writing good enough for me to read it. So you're actually speaking great, writing great. I'd say.
Oh man, let's see.
Bro, it's so
I'm
cute.
trying to think.
What's so cute?
Another movie. Let's see.
I'm new
Trying to
to
think of
English
it.
accent. That's cool though. That's a good way to learn. Streaming is a great way to help because you're just gonna talk to some cool people who would love to help you out. If you want, check out our YouTube, and I feel like our YouTube has a lot of cool American culture stuff that may help with some learning some lingo. I'm just the editor and producer of the channel, but for the most part, we have videos and streams every day, and a lot of videos in the week of football, personality stuff, sports. So check it out on YouTube. I'll actually link it if you guys want to check it out. I'm stuck with Scottish. That sounds epic. I feel like the English American accent is so boring. Yeah, great day. Redecorated my desk at work, and we only had an hour of OT instead of 2. How are y'all? That is sick. Hell yeah, Jazz. I like that. We're doing good. Building some stuff in Minecraft. I built a Dixon Ticonderoga #2 pencil behind Sam's house. And we also have my best friend from kindergarten in the call with us right now. His name is
Yep. Austin.
The Beast.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think of maybe funny kindergarten stories. Oh, remember when I hid that one person's toy helmet?
Not really.
He was like, "Where is my helmet?"
I think maybe.
And then I showed him the helmet, and he grabbed it from me.
Feels like so long ago. Want to know
And
something? Yeah, I want to know
Oh,
something.
you remember this one? You were talking to your sister about this a few years ago. Remember when he cut my hair?
Who, me?
No, not you. The other person. Remember?
Oh yeah, I do remember that. We talk about that story like once a year.
And I remember when I would bring up that person to my family members, they're like, "Wait a minute, is he the same dude who cut your hair?" I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I can't believe you remember
That's
that.
the guy. I do want to know
God.
something, Swamped Out. And Bowdy says, yes, I take some English classes, so I understand some. I speak Britannian English, so I don't understand all you, but I try. Everything you say. Interesting. From Argentina. So that's what they're teaching in Argentina. Well, I'm glad you are here. Welcome on in. We will cross this language barrier together.
I'm
Welcome
trying to
in.
see
My
if
name
I-
is Alessandro, but most people just cut off their 8 letters.
I wonder. I'm trying to see if there are any other kindergarten memories or stories I can remember.
I had speech classes pre-K through 4th grade because my thick Southern with a mix of Scottish accent. Interesting. Did it help?
No.
A lot of my friends had speech classes here in the U.S. too, but for different reasons.
Are there any memories? Are there any memories you can think of from like kindergarten or elementary school in general?
Oh yeah, I can think of a bunch. I remember when you were eating my pasta in school, and I was like, "Hey,
Oh yeah!
you're eating my
Hey,
food."
hey! You're eating my food! You're
Yeah,
eating
that was
my
funny. I don't know why that was so funny when I was little, but it was so funny. And then you would say, "See you later, alligator." That was pretty funny.
Oh, see you later, alligator. You won't see me anymore. That sounds like a phrase that I should add in one of my movies.
It should.
Yeah.
I'm here because I want to play creative in Minecraft, but I want to play with people, so I'm searching for people. Well, this world, anyone can join. It is Creative Bedrock Edition. We have a giant wall we are trying to make pixel art on. We also have a city we're trying to add skyscrapers to. You can make anything you want on it. So if you have a gamer tag, let me know what it is.
Remember this one when one of our friends was playing Miniclip on the computer in that kindergarten classroom? I don't know if he went on the site on purpose or if it was by accident, but he was on a page that showed women in their bikini, and you were like, ooh.
I said that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Hell
And
yeah.
I was like, why are we on the bikini girls page?
Hell yeah, I was a dog. I'll see. ¿Por qué escribí so kun soy bobo? I'm Bobo. Bobo means
I
stupid.
remember you.
Why do I write with stupid? Maybe. I don't think you're writing stupid, but yo entiendo español un poco. Necesito practicar más, pero no entiendo español de Argentina, pero en los Estados Unidos y los países de Sudamerica, I got you. So come on. I I know a few.
I remember Halloween in first grade. We were not supposed to wear our costumes until later in the day, but you came to school at the beginning of the day already in your stormtrooper costume.
Dude, because I'm a beast. I come ready for the party. Yeah, I was so
Yeah.
embarrassed by that. I was like, man. But no one really cared. I kind of felt like cool by the end of the day.
You showed off.
I remember
Let's
one
see.
year I was Hellboy, and like that was just like so weird for like a third grader to be Hellboy.
You had the makeup on. I remember. I thought
Yeah.
that was rad.
Hell yeah, I'm glad.
And
Yeah, I remember when
One
you
of
were you were Joker for the Halloween canteen.
I wasn't Joker. You were.
No, weren't you? You were the nurse Joker, I thought.
No, that was my sister.
Oh, you were James Bond.
Yeah.
You were Joker
I
one year, I
remember-
thought. Or you were Batman?
I was never Joker for Halloween. Not yet. I was Batman last Halloween.
SMT Costa, thank you for the follow, Costa. How
You
you
were-
doing?
You were Joker, and one of our other classmates was Batman, and you were fighting in the gym. And the Batman person got in trouble for kicking you or something.
Oh, I think I
Uh,
remember that. You know how to
I
say
was Hulk-
puto? Puta?
I was Hulk
I
that
think.
year, and I remember
Like horror?
first
bitch?
grade, I was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and one of our classmates was the black-suited Spider-Man, and there was like a little rivalry.
That was cool. Jazz said that's
Yeah.
cool. I love Hellboy. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I don't know. It's crazy looking back at me being Hellboy for Halloween, but it was fun. We got one of those like foam fish you can get at like tailgates and stuff, and we just painted it red.
Oh, I
Yeah,
remember that.
It's pretty cool. El español no es tan
Let's see. Maybe
jodidamente
maybe we
difícil.
could think of field trip memories. Maybe.
The Spanish is less difficult than I thought, or something. I don't know what jodidamente means.
Remember the Sterling Hill mine?
Dude, I think about that daily. Yeah, that's one of my favorite field trips of all time because I love rocks.
I remember you were like, "Are we going up in that crane?" And the lady was like, "No, we're going down."
Yeah, and that freaked me the fuck out. And I was like talking to like all the teachers. I was like, "We're not going on rides, right? We're not going on no like roller coasters, right?" And they're like, "No, bro. Like,
We're
Al,
not Tom Cruise.
Al,
okay?
I go on this trip every year. We're not going on a ride." I was like, okay. I don't want to go on a ride. This lady just told me we're going on a ride. And like, dude, they probably said something to her because I was probably annoying everyone all day after she said that shit to me.
I
Does it work
Let's-
now, SMT Costa? Yes, finally it
another
works.
field trip.
Does it work now? What's going on, SMT Costa?
Oh,
Costa?
Philadelphia, 6th grade Philadelphia. Remember that?
Yeah, that was all right. I mean, it was pretty cool, but
And-
it was like annoying at the same time.
Eighth grade DC. We went
crazy. Posture
when
check.
when we saw the Pentagon. I was like, "There's no way that's the Pentagon," because it looks smaller than on TV.
Yeah, that was pretty cool though.
And we saw the spot where the plane hit the building, and we saw the memorial. And remember, we were not allowed to take pictures of the property.
Yeah,
And
that was weird. Jodiamente
we read
means
the-
freaking or something like that. Interesting.
Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Obama's helicopter was flying over us because Obama was president at the time. We entered the Capitol building, and we were waiting out in line in the line out in the rain. And we were. I don't know if you got to see the White House, but I was down the street from the White House.
Hey, let's
We
go,
just had-
Costa. I'm glad it's working now. Welcome in.
The
How'd you
po-
find us, Costa?
The police wouldn't let us see it because the president of Turkey. It's actually still the
yeah.
same president. The president of Turkey was visiting Obama.
I remember that.
It's still the same president of Turkey today. Isn't that amazing? Like the terms last 5 years each, I think, for
It is kinda
Turkey's
nuts.
president.
Is this Bedrock?
Yeah.
This is Bedrock. So if you guys give me your gamer tag, I can invite you. If you want to join the Discord, ! Discord. And if you guys are feeling kind of nice, feeling like you want to watch some cool videos that are made in 4K with some nice editing, check out our YouTube, ! YouTube, there in the chat. Welcome on in.
Yeah,
Let me turn off my
I'm trying
camera
to
for a
think-
moment. Because you guys know
trying to
what
think
that
of-
means.
Are there any field trip memories you can remember?
Field trip memories I can remember. Yeah, there's a few. I just remember, and this is like kind of a small memory. This isn't like a big thing. It's kind of like a small detail. But I remember when we were on the Washington D.C. trip, and like I hadn't seen you on that trip until we got to D.C. and we got to like the Kennedy building, and I remember seeing just like in the sunset, and like you walked up to like me and Brian. You're like, "Hey Al, like how's it going?" Like, dude, this trip pretty crazy, isn't it? And I was like, "Yeah, this is pretty crazy." You're like, and you're just like you were just reflecting on it while the sun was setting. You're like, "Yeah, this is pretty cool, man." Like it wasn't much of a memory, but it was cool, you know. Just thinking of all the boys there in that area, doing that stuff.
Yeah, I almost puked the day we got there because I
Oh,
was
dude, everyone
dehydrated.
was. Yeah, it was a massive like heat fucking wave.
Thankfully, we made it to the cafeteria just in time at that mall, and I ate a burger and I drank soda, and I felt better.
That's
And I
the way.
remember in that big lounge at the hotel, I was made I had Apple Jacks for breakfast the following morning, and I poured milk all the way to the top of the bowl, and I realized, oh gosh, I I had to get to the other side of the room without spilling it, and knock on wood, I was able to avoid spilling that big bowl of cereal, and I made it to the table on the other side of the room.
You know what's funny about that trip? I forgot to bring like clothes for sleeping. So at night, like I was like sleeping in like my dress shorts because I had nothing else to sleep in. And
I had no idea.
the first night we got there, dude, I had one of the worst migraines I've ever gotten in my life.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was crazy.
I had a migraine 2 years ago. It felt like my brain was about to explode.
But I couldn't take any Advil or like any like medication. Like if you leave the room, they get mad at you. So I couldn't leave the room.
I remember they had the tape thing.
Yeah, and like all night, like I'm trying to call like our teachers, but like, hey, you know, I'm dying in here, but like I couldn't reach them. Then in the
Oh,
morning, everyone overslept and they almost like walked in the room because like they tried to wake us up like for 30 minutes and no one woke up. So it's pretty funny.
I remember my chaperone was my guidance counselor, and he was very cool.
That is cool.
And I remember I would like. It was so interesting, DC, and
I think I
saw
want to make packs
J-
in this game.
JFK's grave, the Eternal Flame.
Yeah, the changing
National
of the
Art.
guard,
Yeah,
the museums,
they're very.
Capitol building, monument.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Abraham Lincoln, baby.
I wonder if any year they did that trip, if they let people go to the White House. Oh, you know what was a really cool part of that trip? Yo, what's up, Jill? How you doing, Jill? Welcome in. Come join some Minecraft. You know what was really cool about that trip?
What?
That play we saw at the Kennedy Center. What was that called?
Oh yeah, it was about a mystery murder case.
Yeah, and like the audience helps control it, and like they break the fourth wall.
Yeah, like the cast members, they ask, give us clues. Oh, that's an interesting.
What
clue.
was it called again? It was like a
forget
barbershop
the name of
thing.
it. I forget the
Something
name of it.
clips, bad clips.
It's been 10 years, man.
Dude, if I call my friend right now, he'll tell me. Cause
well-
everyone goes in that Sheer Madness. I think it was called Sheer Madness. Is that what it's called? I think it's called Sheer Madness.
Well, there was something else I was gonna mention about that trip. What was it? It was a good trip, yeah, and like, what was I gonna say? Oh my gosh.
That shows how it's cool.
Uh,
It was very cool. Cause like there's 5 different people in the show who you think could be the murderer, and at the very end of the show they say like they ask the audience who do you think did it, and like you kind of get involved in the play like as they ask the audience different questions, and then as you answer certain ways, like you tell them what you noticed, what evidence you noticed throughout the show to like convict someone of being the killer. And then like I remember the final quote of the line, like final quote of the show, the guy was like, "It doesn't matter who you pick, who you think the killer is. Any way you pick, that's the way we play it, and we improv it." And I was like, "Oh shit, that's such a good idea." So like it doesn't matter who you pick, but like they'll change it around what you pick. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I was like,
How do I join the Minecraft world? Let me know your gamer tag, or you can add me. My name is Toxic Ronin16 on the game, but you could also let me know your name in the chat on YouTube or on Twitch. I'll type it in. I'll add you here. I sent an application for the Discord. I will let you in right now.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my gosh. Oh man, like, yeah, what was I gonna say about that trip? I remember, yeah, they had the tapes. Um, uh, when we arrived at the hotel, it was late at night, I think. I remember we were watching Grown Ups on my bus was watching Grown Ups when we arrived at the hotel.
I think you're watching Avengers.
The bus. Oh, lucky you.
I think.
Remember when we saw Avengers in the theater?
I do. And then the audio didn't work for the first couple minutes?
No, I don't know if it was that, but the guy
It did.
gave
We walked
us,
in there. It didn't work.
the guy gave us 3D glasses, but it turned out to be a 2D showing.
Yeah. I do
You were
remember
like,
that.
it's not 3D, and I was disappointed. Because I was like, the guy gave us glasses, though. Yeah, when I saw Lilo and Stitch a few weeks ago, it was my first 3D screening I watched in a long time for a movie.
Really? Is it good?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I prefer the animated version more because there was more story and more detail. But it's a watchable family movie.
Good.
Like it has the guy who played Alan in The Hangover as Jumba. The detective from Final Destination 5, he played Cobra Bubbles. I
Cobra
forget his
Bubbles.
name. I just know the face. The actor, like, and let's see. Oh, and it has the same guy who voiced Stitch in the cartoon. I think it's the same person.
How do I get into the voice call you're in? Usually when we're in that voice call, there's a spot on the left that says general or live, and then we'll drag you in. But right now we're not in it. Right now we're just in a private call between me and my friend. But later we might be in that, Costa.
Yeah.
But if you want to join the Minecraft, let me know your gamer tags, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll let you in.
Yeah.
Drifted Agenda is now following me. There we go. Drifted Agenda is
see.
someone.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I can't
Okay.
remember the last movie I saw in the theater.
Whoever
3D
Drifted Agenda
before.
is, accept my friend request. And then once her friend request goes through, I'll see you as a friend on here. I can invite you. Also, once you become my friend, you can just join me. You'll see my name. You can just join anytime. I would if my account and stuff weren't broken. What? Swamped out? Why is it broken? Paul 2696. All right.
Let's see. Movie memories maybe. Oh, another field trip.
If you guys have not already, before I invite you guys to the game, it would mean so much to us, me and my best friend Sam, when we stream and we play games, we make videos every week. If you could please consider subscribing on YouTube. You don't have to if you don't want, but I linked it in the Discord, I linked it in the chat. It's also in the Discord. Maybe subscribe. We make good videos. They're in 4K. And what I always say to people is, listen, if you're on YouTube, you're looking for something to watch, you have something to eat, and you don't know what to watch, put in a first and goal video. Hundreds of videos you could watch. Get in there. They're for anyone.
I remember one field trip we did. We did. We watched the Lorax.
It's an auto-generated name, haha. My name used to be Noted Whistle 882, Jill. For the longest time, until I changed to that. I think that was pretty good. But what'd you say, Austin? I'm sorry.
Oh, another field trip I remember in 5th grade. We watched
That
the
was
Lorax.
good. Yeah, then we had like a weird project about it, and that was so annoying.
Remember that ecology fair in the gym?
Also, Jill, add me back as a friend if that's possible, and then it should let you join. And also, Paul, I added you. I did remember that. I was very tired after that day.
I remember. I don't know if you were working at that section, but one of the stations, the gimmick was either you could give the Lorax a hug or you remove a tree, which is a pencil. And like the person,
Let's go, Costa.
This one participant, he gave the Lorax a hug, and then he was like, "I take the hug back." And then one of my classmates was like, "No, you cannot do that."
That's
He-
funny. Blue Monkey, if you're still here, how is Rematch going? How was that game? Paul, I invited you. Jill, let me know if you got the invite. You might be able to join me, but I don't see you on my friends list yet, Jill. You might have to add me back, because I did add you, but it said I
Let's
sent
see.
you a request.
I'm trying to think of other memories. I'm trying to think. Maybe a
What we're
Disney
doing in
World
this world? In this world, we're doing pretty much anything we want to do, but I am looking for people to add to this wall right here, Costa. Put pixel
Oh.
art on this wall, and we really just amp it up. We'll make the
But-
wall bigger. We can, like, put it up to the side and move things,
Yeah,
but I really want to
got a-
upgrade this. It's going
I
good,
got a
says Monkey.
birthday party memory. I remember.
Hell yeah. Hold on,
So,
can you give me 1 minute,
remember-
Austin?
Okay.
I'm gonna go get a drink, but the chat is here. Talk to the chat. I think it might take a
Alright.
sec. It might take a sec, Joe. But once we are friends, you should just be able to just join me whenever. So, yeah, you'll see my name. Just join. But yeah, I'm gonna get a drink. But yeah, Austin, talk to the chat.
All right.
Talk to the chat. We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
All right. I'm looking at the chat right here. How's it going, people? This is so interesting. Alright, that's good to hear that you're good, Jill. Oh man, sorry, my throat feels a little weird. I had dinner a few hours ago. My throat still feels weird. I'm chatting with my family a lot. I think my throat will feel better by the morning, but I'm able to talk. I'm comfortable talking.
The wall.
Oh, back. Okay, so here comes the memory.
Okay.
Birthday party. So
Austin, what
you
did you
might-
ask the chat?
I was just asking how's it going, and only Jill responded with good.
Good. It's very lively in here. Hell yeah, it is lively in the YouTube chat. I like that.
Yeah.
Why can't I get vibrant visuals? You should be
Remember-
able to. It's a graphic setting
Ow.
that you can turn on before you join the world, I think. Jazz says, going good. I have an embarrassing stories about Al as a kid. Or have any embarrassing stories about Al as a kid, says Jazz. Uh-oh. Do you, Austin?
So this is an embarrassing.
That won't give me away too
So-
much?
Not about Al, but you were there, Al.
Okay, good.
Remember at my birthday party in third grade at the Ramsey Theater, we were watching The Spy Next Door with Jackie Chan.
I think
and
about that day often, yes.
you're the birthday presents you gave me were the Hellboy toys.
You remember that?
I have a good memory, man.
Oh, hell yeah,
and-
man.
And the girl who I had a crush on. At
So
the
we
time
liked
was-
Hellboy at the time, clearly.
The girl who I had a crush on at the time was there, and
That's crazy. I'd
So
like go
was
over get
the-
food.
so was the original girl I had a crush on. Like, this was only my second crush I had, so she was there, and the previous girl I had a crush on was there too. And my previous crush told my then current crush, in front of everyone in the theater, he has a crush on you.
I think I remember that. I think I know exactly what happened.
That was horrible.
Drifted
but
Agenda 6. Yeah, I sent the friend request. I'm gonna send it to you in Minecraft.
At the
as
end of
well.
the day, it was a reflection on her. Oh
Exactly.
gosh, I felt embarrassed. And I like talking about that with my friends, especially my customers who I'm friends with.
Yeah, but the thing
And
is also is like, when someone's 6 years old, and now when someone's like 25, we're different people. And that's what I have a hard time thinking about is like I look back at certain people who I only see in one light. But I know I should, consider giving some of them another shot. But some
yeah,
people are just dickheads.
people change in various ways.
Exactly.
I saw a YouTube video of
There
a
we
news
go.
story of this guy who used to bully this one kid for being gay back in the day. He finds him on Facebook and he reaches out to him randomly on Facebook and
Let's go, Jill.
he says he's sorry for bullying him back in the day and he wanted to make arrangements, etc. And he accepted the invitation. It was so interesting.
Hold on, wait. You're gonna have to run that story back in 1 second. Because I missed
No worries.
I missed the back half of that story. Swamped out. Even if you are on Xbox, I can invite you. Just let me know your gamer tag when you log into Minecraft, and then it should still work. Whatever you see there, whatever your Xbox name is, that should still work. Anyway, sorry. Can you repeat the story?
On YouTube, I found a YouTube video of a news story about this guy.
Thank you, Jill. Build whatever you want.
Who used to bully this one person in high school, and years later he finds him on Facebook and he sends a message and he says to him like, I'm sorry, and he would like to make amends or whatever you call it to come to terms with it, and he accepted the invitation.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, a lot of crazy things. Let's see.
Who is this?
Oh my gosh, all the crushes. Remember all the crushes I had over the years, man?
Man, who did Shaggy Web? Okay, hold on. Let me get you in your Shaggy Web.
My mom talks about it too sometimes.
Well, because you're always talking about it.
The first girl I had a crush on, you know what I would say to her mother?
0562. Oh my Jesus.
You know what I would say to her mother, first girl I had a crush on?
What?
I said to her, hello, future mother-in-law.
Jesus. Just jumping the gun there.
I was in elementary school, dude.
Who cares? Wait, this is gonna be so fun. This is gonna be fun, Jill. I'm glad you're here. More people.
And remember in kindergarten, we would bring in Spider-Man 3
Oh,
toys.
wait. Austin,
in the
you watching the
classroom.
stream right now? I do remember that. And we had the coolest toys. But are you watching the stream? I want to show you something cool. Because this could be cool to show the chat as well.
My app refreshed for some reason.
You'll see it on YouTube.
Okay, there we go.
Alright. Ready? You're about to see this music thing. For no one who's seen this before, I'm going to play this several times. But this is very cool. We made this. Take a look.
Oh.
Yeah! Alright, that's for you guys. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm that gumball person, by the way. Hey, let's go! Hell yeah. I have my HUD off right now. Yay! Hello. I hope you liked Gravity Falls. Did you enjoy that, Austin?
I didn't know that. I haven't
you-
even heard of that show in years.
You didn't hear that song I just played?
I heard it briefly. Sorry, I was brushing my teeth.
Oh, you good. I have to get my account on to my PS4 real quick. I'll have to do it tomorrow. No worries. Swamped out. We do these streams every day, pretty much. We have some off days, but if you're in the Discord, you'll see the schedule. The most important thing is most days we do Jackbox and community games. And I think there might be some more Minecraft in the mix and some other stuff, but we're probably gonna
let's
mix
see.
up some Minecraft worlds going forward. Doing some more worlds.
This one makes me laugh. So
Play again? Shit, dude. I'd love
the,
to play it
the
again.
the third girl I had a crush on. Remember that one person who tried stealing my girl?
Hold on. I gotta play this again. And I am not gonna stop because this took me several hours and we can all listen to it whenever. Also, we have Seven Nation Army. I should play that too.
Oh my god.
For everyone who's seen this 6 times, I'm sorry. For Jazz and Krusty and Toes and everyone like that. All the OGs.
Do you remember that? The one girl I had a crush on, there was another guy who was trying to go for her too.
Yeah. I'm sure there was.
It was in
I hear
fifth
it.
grade, and
Also,
and
Salt
then
Out.
I
Yeah, let me
remember-
know.
he claimed he was gonna break up with her, and then at this one baseball game we both attended, I asked him in front of these other people, "Hey, did you break up yet?"
Jeez, man. The balls on this guy. The balls on this
I
guy. I know. Paul.
Oh my god!
Hey!
And the one,
Yo!
remember the,
Do we have
remember the
Italians in
one-
the chat? Costa, are you
the one-
Italian? Bro, my name's Alessandro. Are you Italian? Tell me you're Italian right now. Come on. Come on. That's sick.
remember-
That is sick.
Remember the one girl I invited to see The Martian with me
Let's
for a date?
go. Let's
And-
go. W Italians.
You know what her excuse was?
Are you from Italy, Costa? Hell yeah. No balls.
Remember when I tried to ask that one girl to see The Martian with me?
Yes.
And remember what her excuse was? She said, "I'm so sorry, I forgot to hit send saying I couldn't go."
Damn.
And my karate master was like, "That's BS."
Yeah, that's like some. Yeah, that's lame shit.
Yeah, one of my classmates in karate said
That's
that's
fucked
like
up.
the dumbest excuse.
That's just fucked up, man. Oh, we should put a bunch of flowers out here and make a big flower
I
trail into
remember-
this thing. That'd be
Yeah.
so nice.
Oh, remember robotics?
Of course.
Remember we got yelled at to get out of the cafeteria because we didn't have
No,
goggles
but my
on.
great grandparents are. Same for me, Paul.
And
Damn, Paul.
we were running in the hallways, in the dark hallways where we weren't supposed to at that high school. This wasn't our high school. We were at another high school at a competition. And we heard security guards from one corner. We ran away. And I remember they were working on the play at the time. I saw them building the set in the backstage area, and it was like an expanded version of our high school. Like the shape of the building was similar, just more stretched out, and the parking lot too was stretched out.
My great parents died in Poland in World War One. That's crazy.
Wow, World War One.
That's insane.
I remember when I went to Paris years ago. This was 2014, so this was the 100th
Hold on.
anniversary
Give me
of
1 second.
the be- I can hear my dog going up the steps to go to bed. He sleeps in my sister's room. He's so adorable and hysterical. Quinny, Quinny, Quinny.
Okay, sorry. Were you saying that story? Or did you stop saying that story?
No, I stopped. Yeah, so
Oh, the
when I went to
playlist stopped
Paris-
too. Lame.
when I went to Paris about 11 years ago, the hotel I was staying at, it used to be a station for World War One, and this is like 100 years after the start of World War One. It was so interesting.
Damn.
I saw a lot of World War One and World War Two locations on that trip.
That's
I
crazy.
remember. Yeah, and like.
Paul, are you Calabrese or Napolitan?
Yeah, on that.
Sometime my grandpa died in Vietnam. That's insane. A lot of
Wow.
people died in Vietnam that should not have died, though. That was a crazy war.
Wars are dangerous. It's crazy. It's crazy how people brave enough to fight for
It is
us.
crazy. My grandpa was prisoner in the Battle of the Bulge, and he got captured on his birthday. He got
Your
shot.
grandfather?
Yeah, and he died with the bullet in him after he came back. It's crazy.
Wow.
And he was probably in a POW with Kurt Vonnegut, which is crazy. I did some research on it, which is insane.
Was he the one who went on Space Mountain because he thought it was a tour about space?
No, that's my that's my dad's dad. That's my grandpa. The guy who my great grandpa is the one who got captured in Battle of the Bulge. But my grandpa, yeah, thought Space Mountain was a tour about space, and then he was wearing dentures and he lost his teeth on it. Like he came out without his teeth off, like on. It's crazy.
I'm sorry. Every now and then I think about that. He was thinking, a tour about space.
Oh, I wasn't even alive for this. And it's crazy you just said that, Austin, because I totally forgot about that. Like I totally forgot that like little detail. But you remember that. That's crazy.
I can never forget. It's about Disney World, and it's about one of the greatest
Yeah,
rides
it's a
ever.
tour about space. All the men of my family join the army and die.
And you know what
Well,
I
for a
thought?
cause.
When I
the
went on
sacrifice.
when I went on It's a Small World for the first time, I thought it was like Splash Mountain. And imagine how disappointed I
Yeah,
was.
exactly. Now it's such a different thing. Wow, this looks so
It's
crazy.
a nice relaxing song, like this ride. Like if you want to relax, that's a good ride.
Yeah.
Alongside Peter Pan 2, I remember my mom's cousin, who I no longer get along with, unfortunately, and I don't think I'm ever gonna talk to her again because of the nasty disagreements we had. She lives in Georgia, so I don't have to worry about running into her.
Where's the
I
large
remember
wall at? I will teleport you to
we-
the wall.
We
Don't
met up
worry,
with
Joe.
her husband, and their 2 kids at Disney years ago, and I went on the Space Mountain ride with her husband and her son. He left his Lightning McQueen sunglasses on the ride, and his dad noticed it right away, and his kid was about to cry, but he grabbed it right before. It was like, oh my gosh, heart attack.
I passed out once on a roller coaster when it got stuck upside down. Dude, roller coasters scare the shit out of me for that reason. Thank you. No problem, Joe. Oh, dude,
Wait,
the Italian flag is slowly infecting the wall. That's crazy.
He got stuck on a roller coaster upside down?
Let's see. So I'm down to I passed out once on a roller coaster when it got stuck upside down. How long were you stuck upside down? How long were you stuck upside down? Like, what kind of roller coaster was it?
Was this a Six Flags roller coaster?
I mean, like, that's kind of like, you know what I mean? Because, like, there's some of those roller coasters where, like, you know, are super loopy, but then there's the ones that just, like, go up and down. You know what I mean? Then there's ones that just go in, like, little circles. I've been on those, too. Which is just a
Yeah,
loop.
like Space Mountain. There's
5
no
minutes? You were
upside
passed
down.
out for 5 minutes? That is crazy.
Hey, one time I got a concussion in college, and I passed out sitting in the lounge for like a half hour.
Damn. From what? Where'd you get a
know.
concussion from?
I bumped my head against this corner wall.
In college?
With that, like, yeah, like, and I could feel it. I could feel the headache. It lasted for like a week or two,
That's
and
crazy.
I passed out.
Did I ever tell you about when I crashed on a skateboard in college?
You never told me that.
Yeah, I was riding my skateboard, like, and I was almost at my dorm, and like right before I got to my dorm, there's a group of like 5 girls, like right in front of me. I crashed right next to them, fall on my knees, I'm like bleeding everywhere, and they're looking at me, and I'm like, "Yep, I hate when that happens." And then they just walked away, and I didn't even say anything. They didn't even laugh or anything. And I just got up, and I was so fucking embarrassed.
Believe me, I would have remembered that if you told me.
And
that.
that's
You
what I
never
said.
told me that.
That's what I said to them in that moment. I was like, yo, welp, I hate when that happens. Like, bro. Like, what the fuck was I thinking they were going to say in that moment? I don't know. But I got up and went to my dorm and cried for a few hours. So anyway,
Wow.
now we're here.
Yeah, like.
Now we play
I
Minecraft.
Remember when we went to Six Flags 9 years ago, and we got our one friend on a roller coaster for the first time, and he lost his hat.
Yes, I do. That was so sad. I was so pissed off when that happened, bro. Because
It was a good
I
trip.
hate roller coasters, man. And like to see something like that happen, and like he was
Oh
he was
my-
such a nice person too. I hate to see that happen to him.
I remember at the food stand they were selling something called the boot.
Yo,
That
this the
was one of the
Italian
things on the
cafe.
menu. I didn't know what they meant by boot, so I ordered it, and then I didn't realize it was a
Yo,
big
see you later, Swamped Out. Thanks for joining in. We appreciate having you.
plastic smoothie
see you
bottle
again, brother.
shaped like big plastic smoothie bottle shaped like a boot. I didn't realize that's what they meant by boot. And then this one kid behind me was like, "Uh-oh, you got the boot." And I was stuck with that big drink for the rest of the trip.
On
and I
Xbox, that
couldn't-
means you get kicked from the party.
I couldn't drink that whole thing in one day.
They're like, hey, what's the shape of Italy? It's a boot, and you get kicked out from the party. Look, the frogs. The frogs are here now.
I bought a Joker cup. I remember
The sea
that.
turtles are here now too, Jazz. Oh my god, this is sick.
Oh, my.
Also, Jazz, I found out we can put like natural light in the water right here. Like we don't even have to put light blocks in there. If you want to just light to just like burst from an area without even placing a block, I have some of these, and I can throw some of them to you if you'd like. And then you can kind of just put them anywhere. If you want to just like make a little zone, you know, light up a little bit, you can change the amount on them. Here, grab these, and then you can put them down here if you want. I was thinking about like that. That might look really sick down here, in spots where like the blue doesn't really get it all. But now that we have shaders, I don't know if you're playing with shaders. It kind of changes the whole vibe. Also, you can name these guys. Like you can name a frog and you can name the turtles. Some things could possibly despawn based on how many people spawn things in the world. So like if you really love that frog behind you jumping, you know what I mean? Maybe like get an anvil, get a name tag, and we can name it and then it won't despawn. And then it'll probably stay in the area. Look at this view. Holy shit, Jazz. This looks insane. I feel like you can just give us like a tour right now. Welcome to my house. This is Bedrock Minecraft. This is crazy.
Remember some of the crushes I had in high school and like everybody knew about it?
You don't have to break those. I thought those looked nice. It's up to you though. It's up to you. It's your house. I like whatever you make. I like the blue. Sorry, what did you say?
Remember some of the girls I had a crush on during high school and like almost everybody knew about it?
Yeah, because you tell everyone. You tell every single person you meet.
And remember I had that one party during Christmas break and you know what I did that was so stupid? The girl who I had a crush on at the time, I texted her BFF, and I told her who I liked.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No, it's not. I told her I like so and so, and she said, "Aw, she's such a nice girl." And I said, "Yeah, I know she is." And then a few days later, she texted me and said, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I won't be able to make it to your party." Like. And people were telling me.
Hey
now that I
man,
look
that's
back,
their loss. Anyone not going to your parties is a damn fool.
People. I remember people were like, years later, people told me after I told them that story. They were like, "Why would you tell her best friend that you like her friend? Don't do it. They're very talkative." And now that I look back at it, she more than likely knew. Like.
Could you tell
I remember.
everyone?
And remember that one classmate of ours? He said that his sister knew.
No.
Like,
I think everyone.
it was
I
so.
think everyone knows who your crushes are, and then now you're close to letting 6 people on Twitch and 4 people on YouTube know it too. I wonder what would happen
Well,
to
we're not.
everyone if you just made this world survival right now. Dude, that's a good ass idea. That's a good
And that
idea, Jill.
I
At
remember.
some point, we're
I
gonna do
saw.
that.
I saw one of the school plays at our high school, and when this was sophomore year, and that girl happened to be at the same showing as me, and I chatted and I was kind of trying to flirt with her, and then before the show started, she was like, "I'm gonna sit over there." And now that I look back at it, it was so obvious that she knew what my intention was. Because the way she was saying, she was like, "I'm gonna sit over there."
Oh God.
Like, you could tell that she knew something.
Yeah. Kind of deal.
It's just so. And my Chinese class that school year, it was like a big fan club about that situation. They would say her name all the time. They would tease me about it, and when we would play Kahoot, some people would name their player after that crush.
Why are we
to
talking
make
about
fun.
relationships instead of Minecraft? Listen, man, this is just what Austin has in his mind, and once you get Austin going, he goes. And then if you get Austin thinking about relationships, it's a roller coaster. Am I right? Am I right or wrong?
I've never been in a relationship though. I almost got in a relationship with one girl, but she turned out to be a bully.
I'm telling you, apply for that show, brother.
I will. I just noticed on the website I have a morning shift for 4 hours tomorrow morning, so when I get home I'll do it.
All right, well, why don't you get some rest?
Nah, I'm not deterred. I can stay up a little while.
Hey, all right, bet.
Yeah, like my mind, I mean, a lot of people are in that mindset. They tend to wake up at a certain time no matter what. It's so interesting. It's like an automatic clock in your brain.
If you're not tired, then fuck it.
Yeah. I know. So yeah, like that girl who turned out to be a bully, she was the closest thing to getting an actual girlfriend, because she was the one who asked me out on the date and I accepted it, but then her father got in the way and was like, "I want you to finish your final exams first," and then she got cuffed by another guy, and then he turned out to be a jerk too, and then I later discovered her true colors, and yeah.
Jazz, pretty much with those lights, you can just place them anywhere, and then they're gonna replace a torch and just add like natural daylight to them. If you press LT on them, or if you're on mouse and keyboard, I guess it would be right click or left click, it'll change the number on it, 1 to 15, so the brightness on it. And when you take it out of your hand, you won't see it anymore. So you only see them when you have it in your hand. So you won't like see those big like annoying like light bulbs everywhere. You know what I mean?
Oh,
They go away.
I have another elementary school memory.
Let me know if you need more help. Alasia Raven.
Remember music class in elementary school?
Yeah, when I fell off the thing.
Oh, I wasn't referring to that, but I think that rings it up. Anyway, remember that
Yeah,
one?
of course you are.
Remember that one game? Remember that one game we played in music class? The searching for the ghost of John.
Maybe.
Have you seen the ghost of John? Does that ring a bell? That was the song.
Maybe.
And you know, each classmate would take a turn on whose turn it is to find the ghost. The ghost of John was like this sheet of paper cut to look like a skeleton.
I like it.
A paper skeleton, and I remember you had to step outside the classroom and not look while the teacher was hiding the prop, and you were peeking when it was your turn one time.
Haha.
And then the teacher said, "You're fired."
Womp womp.
Yeah, you got disqualified for that.
Hey man, I learned though.
Yeah.
That's how you learn.
Let's see. Yeah, didn't
How do you
you,
remember this shit? I don't understand.
I tend to remember interesting memories.
Got it. Thanks. Let's go,
remember-
Jazz.
Remember when my mom was expecting my little sister, and both you weren't in the same class as me in first grade. That was the only school year in elementary school that you weren't in the same class as me. Both my class and your class, you made like pictures for me to celebrate me becoming a big brother. And some people were like, Austin will not feed her. Austin will not share his toys with her. And the teacher's like, that's not nice.
That's so cool though. No, that's such a good learning experience that like you were having a sister, so they used that like for the whole class as like a learning experience for like, you know, what to do with their family.
I
in that
remember.
situation.
Yeah.
That's so interesting to think now.
Yeah, and now she's graduating from high school next
Yeah, I
year.
know.
It's
I
crazy.
saw that picture of her in the town magazine. I was like, what the fuck? How is it the same person?
It goes so fast.
I know.
Yeah,
I know,
like-
man.
One of my cousins is graduating from high school soon.
Goat.
Yeah, and like it goes so fast. And I still it's weird. I still remember certain movies coming out like it was yesterday, like Toy Story 3. That was a big deal. Toy Story 3. My sister cried at the furnace
Oh yeah,
scene,
Toy
you
Story
know?
3 is one of the best movies of all time, though.
The garbage scene, my
I don't know
sister
how to
cried.
copy a banner Costa, but banners are like one of the finest arts of the whole game.
Another movie that was a big deal, Incredibles 2.
If you find out how to do it, let me know. Incredibles 2? Yeah, that was pretty
I
crazy.
had to wait almost 15 years for that cliffhanger to get resolved.
I know, you really wanted that to come out.
And I'm sure most of you have seen the movie by now, but I remember I was like, I can't wait to see Mr. Incredibles fight with the Underminer. And my younger sister, she
Alright.
saw it once.
Austin,
She
wanna play a
saw it
game?
once. Oh.
Let's do a Mount Rushmore of Pixar movies. So like, you pick the first one, I pick the second one, and then we just talk about it in between. And then chat, if you guys have your favorite animated movies, Pixar movies, let us know. So you go first. What is your number one?
Pixar movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. I guess The Incredibles. I mean, I usually go back and forth between Toy Story and Incredibles, but I love superheroes, so I guess Incredibles makes more sense. The original one. You know, with
Interesting.
Syndrome.
Incredibles is your 1-1.
It would make sense. It was the first Pixar movie I remember watching.
That's your 1-1. The Incredibles one. Interesting. That was
I mean, I personally think it's better than 2.
No, I agree. I'm just trying to think. I think my 1-1 might be Up, but it changes.
Oh, Mr. Fredrickson.
Yeah.
Kevin!
Soul is a
Kevin's a
great movie,
girl?
says Jazz. I mean, says Jill. Soul is a great movie. I really liked Soul. What do you think of Soul?
I've only seen part of it.
I really liked Luca
full-
too. The Italian one. I love that one.
I've never seen Luca. My karate master has. He said it's awesome.
Oh, it's really nice. It's such a sweet thing.
Have you seen Lightyear?
No, that looks ass.
I actually personally didn't mind it. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was watchable.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And Incredibles 3 comes out in a few years. Toy Story 5 comes out next year.
Why are they making a Toy Story 5, man? Oh my god.
They must have a good story.
No, they definitely don't have a good story. It's just a money thing.
Well, the fact that they greenlit the project must mean that they must like the story.
Or it's money involved.
Maybe.
Money adjacent.
I wonder if Andy's gonna come back and have kids.
Be like crazy.
Like come up with kids. That's a theory that's going on right now.
That's the running theory.
I can see that happening somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I think they're getting ready to announce. I think they're about to announce Cars 4 within the next 2 years, because I saw an article about it. I think, like, someone, like, I think Pixar said they were working on more Cars products, but they're not ready to announce them. So they're expanding the Cars universe. I know that for sure.
Interesting.
I mean, even if they weren't right now, sooner or later they were going to expand it more.
Yeah.
Finding I'm guessing Nemo 3 would be called Finding Marlin, since each film focused on finding a specific character. I guess, they did Finding Nemo, then they did Finding Dory, and Finding Marlin would complete the trilogy at least.
Finding Marlin?
Because they did Nemo, they did Dory.
Finding Marlin
make
would be
sense.
interesting. I'm fucking
Yeah.
up this building.
Yeah. I would like, I wonder what the story would be. Oh, and this is not animated, but you know what I heard?
I was obsessed with Little Mermaid as a kid, but as an adult, Hunchback of Notre Dame is amazing. Yeah, I gotta
that
rewatch
is
that.
awesome.
I'm chilling in a
The
hot
music
tub in the
is
world
so
right now.
symbolic.
Ooh, let me come see. Let me come see everyone. And
Don't
Costa
you
says, "Can you
ever
teleport to me?"
migrate?
I'm Paul, by the way. Let's go. Paul, are you Calabrese or Napolitan? I'm coming to you. Saffron Siren. Let's go. Paul. Let's go to Paul. Hey.
This is not about an animated movie, but you know what I did hear?
The Italian beam. Nice Italian beam here. Very cool.
I think
Yo, Dark.
think-
What's up, Dark? I also built a little gift by one of the rails.
oh man, oh gosh,
The
you know what I
Lulu
did
shop.
hear?
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, let me look at the article. Like, you know what I heard? You know what's one movie I heard that Disney is making? Another Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and they said
I heard. Oh yeah, this is Sam's
middle-
house. This is Sam's house. And on the other side is the trampoline. Will you be able to TP Saffron, please? Yes, I can. Finding Marlin would be about his journey through therapy. Yeah, exactly. Like, you just have dad issues. Saffron, when you join back, I can. There you go.
Al, do you like the Pirates movies?
Yeah, I love them. They're the best movies of all time, especially the first one.
I heard a report that they're making another one and familiar cast members are returning, but they didn't say who. You know what I'm hoping / wondering? I'm wondering if this could be the reunion movie we've been waiting for, where Jack, Will, and Elizabeth team up and reunite
It would make a
For
lot
the
of
first-
money.
for the first time since At World's End.
It would
They
make a
haven't-
lot of money.
The three of them haven't been on screen interacting together since the third movie, and imagine all the callbacks they could do.
This is the trampoline.
They have to make at least one more movie in that franchise before they end, or... Well, I mean, I don't think that franchise is going to end for a long time. I have a feeling that after the sixth movie, they're going to expand it with more sequels and maybe spin-offs. Like, I heard a rumor that they were considering doing a spin-off with Margot Robbie as the female lead.
The Dixon Ticonderoga pencil. Sorry.
I would watch that movie, especially since it would be Margot Robbie.
Can I go around the world and randomly start placing Italian flag banners? Go like somewhere like in an untouched area. Like, don't pollute the entire world with the Italian flag banners. Like if go to like either one designated area or just like one area that's not touched. That's like not a lot of buildings are around. You know, you kind of have free real estate.
Al, do you think anyone will?
Because I might
ever
have to
be-
move the beams in front of the wall. Because I don't want to block anyone else's art. You know.
Al,
But I
do you
like it
think
for
there
now. Sorry, what did you say, buddy?
Do you think there will ever be a better? Do you think there will ever be anybody who lives up to the performance of Harley Quinn like Margot Robbie did?
No.
I
Maybe
thought
not.
she killed her as Harley.
Maybe I don't think so. I mean, she's pretty good. But there's some other contenders out there. You know.
Yeah, it's hard to cast these characters, especially if someone else previously played them.
Not only that, is everyone has a fucking issue with who you cast now. You know what I mean? Everyone,
like when-
everyone's gonna have an
when-
opinion on who you cast.
Robert,
You
when
can never
Robert
cast a
Pattinson-
perfect person.
When Robert Pattinson was cast as Batman, there was a lot of backlash, but
Really Italian
He
flag
ended
over Ravine. I like that.
he ended up being a good Batman. And when Jesse Eisenberg was cast as Lex Luthor, I thought that was ridiculous. I still think that was ridiculous because Lex Luthor is not supposed to give that 20-something or teenager vibe. He's supposed to give a late 30s, early 40s corrupt businessman vibe.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted Bryan Cranston to play Lex Luthor in Batman vs. Superman, and
That
I
would be
was like,
kind of crazy.
when Jesse Eisenberg was cast, I was like, is this a joke?
These Italian
He
beams.
gives a Johnny Storm Peter Parker vibe, not Lex Luthor. The new actor, I think he'll be good as Lex Luthor.
You think so?
I saw
Oh yeah, the guy who played
trailers.
Beast. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. He was Beast. I thought I recognized him from
Yeah.
somewhere. At first, I thought he was the guy who played Riddler in Gotham, but he wasn't. I was like, I still am convinced I recognize him. That makes sense now.
Yeah.
So he got to be part of Marvel and he got to be part of DC. That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, speaking of Superman, at Dairy Queen, I tried the new Superman limited edition Blizzard ice cream the other day. It's
Okay.
so good.
Really?
It tastes like it's a mix of birthday cake and cookie dough flavor.
Sheesh.
And it's blue and it has red, yellow, blue rainbow sprinkles to represent his costume. That's gonna make a lot of bucks in the theater.
You think so?
Yeah, it'll be a big hit. So will Fantastic Four, but
The
Avatar.
fuck? I fucked this up.
Avatar 3 will be the highest grossing movie of the year. I just know it.
Why do you say that? Oh
Because
yeah,
it-
it definitely will. It's like the fire
because-
one, right?
Yeah, Fire and Ash.
Fire and Ash.
It's Avatar.
Jill's building an Italian flag over the ravine, and Costa wants to randomly start placing Italian flag banners. Is everyone here just Italian? Are we all just Italian now? Let's go.
I guess so.
Where the fuck is this wall business? The wall? Who's currently at the wall? And I will teleport Dark to you. Cause I am far from the wall. I just left the wall.
Let's see.
Someone let me know who's currently at the wall.
Al, is Doctor Doom more dangerous or Thanos?
What? I fucked this up. Oh my god, look at this. It's not even. This sucks. Oh, yeah.
That's
No. It's not even. Fuck. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Anyway, sorry, say it again, brother.
Is Doctor Doom more dangerous or Thanos?
Teleport him to me in 5 minutes, 1 minute. Okay. Teleport him to you now. I'm sorry, say it one more time.
Is Doctor Doom more dangerous or Thanos?
Doctor Doom.
Why?
Because he's more in control of his emotions and power. I
Dude,
think.
I can't wait to hear Robert Downey
I
Jr.'s
think.
voice when he plays Doctor Doom.
But like
It's gonna,
physically, I found you guys. That's okay. Oh shit! I teleport you anyway.
it's gonna terrify us all. I think his performance.
TP in like 3 minutes. Oh damn! Everyone's flying back to the wall now. No. Well, hell yeah! The wall's gonna be looking sick. Also, we are working on the what is it? The Skyline District. So, you know, if anyone wants to make like an Italian building, you know, or like any sort of crazy building, I know that's like, you know, a kind of a longer build, but if you at least lay out the blueprint of how the building should be built, I could finish it. I could finish the building. You guys just have to lay out the blueprint.
I still remember. I literally attempted to build those iconic walking.
I'd love to see that sometime, brother.
I still remember. I attempted to build those iconic Walking Dead locations on Minecraft, but again, my sister destroyed everything.
She trolled you.
Yeah, It
This
would be
building's
nice
gonna be
to
a
like
little fucked up.
see a map layout of how far apart the locations are from each other as a way to see how far they were from this person, that person.
Yeah.
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 I still can't believe I met a lot of cast members from that show.
Me
And
either.
I was able to learn a lot of things about the universe, the franchise in general.
Aren't you
Like,
glad you did?
I know how the virus works. I know
Where will
I
the
know-
Skyline District be? Next to the other buildings that are currently forming a skyline. I will teleport you here if you'd like. But what we also need in the Skyline District is roads and like, you know, like buildings on the streets and sidewalks and street signs and lights down there. That's going to be the hard part. But I also want to keep some of the trees. Like we have to keep it looking like a cherry blossom biome. It's not done, but can you TP to me to see the Oval Ravine Italian flag? Please do. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, you'll probably find it. You'll probably find it, especially if you're playing with a decent render distance.
Oh, let's see. Al, what would you say is the worst movie you've ever seen?
The worst movie I've ever seen.
Huh. It must be tough,
The
huh?
worst movie I've ever seen? Man, I saw a pretty shit one the other day, but it was like a college film. It was like an indie film, so that doesn't really count. Like the biggest like big movie I've seen. I have to think for a little bit. Because there's not one off the top of my head that I'm just like, yeah, that's fucking terrible. There might be one though. You know what's pretty fucking terrible? I'm not a
What?
big fan of. I wouldn't say like
What?
fucking terrible, but like I wasn't a big fan of like Captain Marvel movies or the Eternals. I think those movies are pretty like far off from like, you know, positive film culture.
The Marvels, in my opinion, was the worst.
Yeah.
Not just Marvel movie. I think the worst movie in general.
Saffron. The Oval Ravine Italian flag. I like this.
It's one of those sequels where I keep forgetting.
You saw
I
the
keep
emeralds
remind-
and you built something there. I like that. I just had this
Like,
emerald here for nothing and you built this here. That's so cool.
It's like I keep reminding myself, oh, I forgot there was a sequel to Captain Marvel, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It felt uneventful, honestly.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And you know what's another movie that felt uneventful?
What?
The 2002 Jeffrey Dahmer movie starring Jeremy Renner.
Really?
Yeah.
You know
Like,
Jeremy Renner was
most
supposed to
of-
come back as Hawkeye, but they didn't pay him enough money, so he doesn't want to come back.
I saw something about that. Yeah.
He doesn't. He's not.
Yeah,
They're not paying him enough.
I read I remember like according according to somebody on the internet, like the Jeremy Renner Jeffrey Dahmer movie, it most of what happens in the movie didn't happen in real life.
Really?
Like, it's just like his first few murders or something like his something like
I mean,
that.
a
And, like,
lot of movies are like that though.
it doesn't get to the part where he gets arrested and they discover his crimes and he gets killed in prison or anything like that. They don't
Yeah.
get to that. And what the scene where they reenact the moment he committed his first murder, it's literally lame because he tries to choke the guy and then the guy gets out of his grip and he doesn't run away, something like that. Like, that's so unrealistic. You try to run away and be screaming like Chris Tucker, like, help me, help
Chris
me,
Tucker is
help-"
the GOAT.
Yeah, he screams all the time, especially in Rush Hour.
He is the
Like,
GOAT.
I was so confused when he screamed out loud in the fucking scene in Rush Hour 2, and I was like, dude, you get kicked out of the plane for doing that, but it's a movie.
I gotta build something here. This house has just been empty here this whole time.
That scream still terrifies me sometimes. Yeah, let's like you know, like the I hear story I hear stories of movies from back in the day that bombed at the box office, but they become more recognized over time.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch like that. There's a bunch.
Did you know George Lucas didn't attend the premiere of Star Wars because he thought it was going to flop?
Really?
He went on vacation to Hawaii with Steven Spielberg, and then that's where they were when they found out it became a hit.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah.
I think I did at some point.
And like yeah, I know some interesting behind the scenes trivia about certain movies. Like in Jaws, Richard Dreyfuss and Robert Shaw did not get along on set. Like when you
Yeah,
see
I
them
heard the same
argue-
thing about Jim Carrey and
Tommy Lee Jones
yeah.
in Batman Forever. Yeah, and that's really interesting because they were supposed to play two villains teaming
How
up to
drunk
take
were
down
you when you
Batman.
built this? Nolan Richardson? What's up, Nolan Richardson? What, the world? I don't, probably a little drunk, but mostly probably fried. Not gonna lie.
Let's see. Oh, well, this is not about someone not getting along with somebody, but Alec Guinness, who played Obi-Wan Kenobi in the original Star Wars, he did not like the Star Wars movie at all. Like, he didn't like it.
Which one, the newer ones or the older ones?
Well,
Ooh,
he
we should make
passed
a
away.
bamboo thing.
He passed away before the new ones were made. Like he did not like Star Wars. He didn't like the story, the genre. It wasn't his thing. Even though he became recognized for it. Like, he just didn't understand the hype for a movie with that genre.
I see.
Like, I could swear I read an article somewhere
What
that
if I made the flag into a little Roman Coliseum? That would be awesome. If you could make a Roman Coliseum somewhere, do it. Full scale. I'll help you. That'd be fucking awesome.
I could swear I saw an article on the internet where a little Star Wars fan kid approached Alec Guinness and asked for his autograph or something like that because he recognized him from Star Wars, and Alec was like nasty to the kid or something like that.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like, he did a great performance for a character of in an iconic movie that he didn't even like.
Yeah.
Like Roy Scheider, who played the chief in Jaws 1 and 2,
Okay, maybe not to scale, but I can try.
he didn't.
Yeah, build whatever you want.
He didn't like working on Jaws 2, but he only did it for the money.
What if you started with the Leaning Tower of Pizza? Or Pisa? Pizza.
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 Wouldn't that be interesting if it was pronounced pizza, like the food?
That'd be freaking awesome.
Pizza, like, I'd never been. I mean, I'd never been to Italy in general. Wait, yeah, pizza's in Italy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pizza's
So I had
everywhere,
a
but
little
it was
brain-
made in
Sorry, I had a brain fart. I'd never been there. I'd never been to Pisa, but I know people who have. I know people who've gotten pictures by the Leaning Tower, and I'm like, oh, that's sick.
It's pretty cool.
They made it look like they were holding it, or keeping it from tilting, or something like that.
Yeah.
I did pictures making it look like I was holding the spaceship Earth ball from Epcot.
I like that.
Yeah, I could be Superman, LOL.
Not pizza. Leaning Tower of Pisa, please. Oh no, yeah, someone make the Leaning Tower of Pizza, not Pisa. Okay. How could we make a Leaning Tower of Pizza? That could be interesting. Like maybe it's just like a bunch of slices stacked on top of each other and if they're like slowly leaning. That'd be kind of sick.
That'd be hilarious. Wow.
Or it's like a bunch of slices just standing vertically balancing on each other. But no, we kind of want to go inside of it. So if I think we build it the other way, it'd be better. No, but then it'd be small. I don't know. What if we built a giant pizza box? No. We do need to make a tower. That's a good idea. That's a good ass idea. Alright, well, let's make the Little Italy district. We have Jill in the Coliseum. You can be on the Leaning Tower of Pizza. I mean, come on. The Little Italy district. I'm trying to finish up this little house here. This house is gonna need some help.
You ever seen the horror movie Trick or Treat, Al?
I think so.
I've seen parts of it. I want to watch that in whole. It must be another classic.
Probably is. Alright, glass floor and tall seat section getting started. Alright.
A lot of scary movies out there I've never seen. I mean, I think that applies for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Movies in general. Let's
Saw
see.
was always an interesting series.
I've only seen parts of Pet Cemetery, but I know about the movie.
Well, that book is crazy. Stephen King is crazy, man.
Speaking of which, are you gonna see the new movie, The Long Walk? I heard it's based on Stephen King's first novel or something like that. It has Mark Hamill in it.
Maybe. There's another Stephen King movie coming out with Tom Hiddleston. That
Ooh,
was
okay.
interesting to me. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called like I'm Steven or something.
I think I did see a trailer for that, unless I'm getting mixed up with something
I
else.
think. Remember
I know
the Eddie Murphy movie called Meet Dave?
That rings a bell for some reason.
Because it's Meet Dave. Of course it rings a bell.
The only Eddie Murphy movies I'm familiar with are Daddy Daycare, Shrek,
Good.
the Shrek movies, Mulan 1, Beverly Hills Cop, Coming to America.
What about that movie where he has to like grow money on a tree? And like he dies every time he talks.
Yeah, I was about to think that
1,000
too.
words.
1,000 words.
1,000 words.
It also has Kerry Washington, I think.
Yeah, no one thinks about that movie.
It has the girl who played Alicia Masters in the Jessica Alba Fantastic Four movies.
Oh,
the
yeah.
blind lady.
It's crazy they really
Yeah,
got him
and-
for that movie.
And Cliff Curtis, who was Travis in Fear the Walking Dead, and he played the leader of that new tribe.
We should pick a
in
random ass actor and see how many movies we can name of that actor.
Avatar 2. Mel Gibson.
You'd beat me instantly. You know way more Mel Gibson than me.
Okay.
I don't,
Pocahontas. Lethal Weapon.
We have to go back and forth.
Lethal what
You
thing?
have to go back and forth until
Lethal-
the next person can't name one.
Oh, okay.
But you have to name someone else though, because I can't do Mel. You win.
Okay.
Mel already.
Jackie Chan.
Okay. All right. Are you going first or am I going first?
I'll go first. Rush Hour.
Spy Next Door.
Rumble in the Bronx.
Rush Hour 2.
Rush Hour 3.
Enter the Dragon.
Shanghai Noon.
Fucker. Come on, Kung Fu Panda.
Shanghai Nights.
Fuck, man. Come on, Jackie. Come on, it's gotta be a Jackie movie I am missing. Nah, I think you might have got me there.
Yeah.
Tell me
There
something
are
I was
more
missing.
movies The Tuxedo.
Wasn't thinking about that. Because you know his movies from
Uh,
China really well. I do not know those.
Yeah, he also did Kung Fu Panda 2, Kung Fu Panda 3. I heard his character only had a silent cameo in the fourth movie, like
Yeah.
no voice. Which kind of disappointed me.
Yeah, I mean, save money.
It's kind of like how they treated Dr. Nefario in Despicable Me 3, and I wasn't sure if Russell Brand would come back to the role.
Sigourney Weaver. That's a good actress to do.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that.
All right, you go first this time.
I
Do,
go
sh-
first?
do shows count as well, or just
I don't know of any TV shows. I only know movies of Sigourney. Okay. Avatar.
Alien.
Ghostbusters.
Avatar 2.
Aliens.
Come on. What's another Sigourney Weaver movie where she weaves in Sigourney's? Give me a hint of one.
Give you a hint.
Yeah, otherwise you win.
Dude, we just mentioned 2 installments of a iconic franchise. she's in.
Alien 2, Ghostbusters 2.
Aliens is Alien 2.
What about Ghostbusters 2?
Yeah, that counts.
All right, bet. All right, still in.
Ghostbusters Afterlife, she makes a cameo in the post-credit scene.
I'm trying to think of a movie where she makes a cameo because I know a show she's in, but she's not. I don't. Come on, yo, sorry it's been a minute. I've been pretty busy with work and vacation lately. SRR, how are you doing? Can you look at the new building added to the Skyline District? I would love to. Also, can someone populate this house on stream? If anyone sees this house, can someone make it look nice? And populate it. It's yours now. You're missing one. You're missing one? Alright, what's the one we're missing? Awesome. What do you think we're missing?
Well, there are a lot of other movies.
What?
Was it your turn?
Might have been. But you can go.
Do voice roles count? Like
Yeah.
they don't show, but they have a voice.
Yeah.
Finding Dory, she's like the announcer at the sea amusement park thing.
I like it.
Remember, she was like, "I am Sigourney Weaver," and then Dory's like, "Sigourney Weaver's gonna help me,"
I like it.
but you don't see her in the movie. You just hear
I
her
have to
voice.
dip, but the glass floor is half done. Hold on, wait. Let me teleport to you quick. Oh, you left.
I remember when they first announced
The
that
movie is
Sigourney
Paul
Weaver
from 2011. That's such a good point.
I remember
Paul.
when they when they first announced Sigourney Weaver for Avatar 2, I was so confused. Like, didn't her character die? And now it makes sense.
Yeah.
She was another character. That second, it's amazing how James Cameron knows how to put the stories all together.
Well, thanks for
those
gaming,
movies.
Jill. Means a lot that you were here. Austin, say bye to Jill.
Bye, Jill.
Bye,
Nice
Jill.
meeting you.
There we go.
Like, I remember 7 years ago when I went to the Avatar land for the first time at Disney World, I made my own Avatar figure. Like, they claim that they scan your face and they put it on the figure, but I don't think it really works that way. Like, I think it's just they make the magic feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and you choose the details on the figure and stuff like that. So they could be like,
What,
"You
at
became an
Disney?
avatar."
Did you ever make a... Oh, what's it called? A lightsaber?
Oh, I did a handful amount of times.
You made lightsabers?
Yeah, back in the day, but I haven't done it since freshman year of high school.
Really?
Not that I would never do it again. I think I'm gonna wait until I go to Disney by myself for the first time, or I have a kid. You can also build your own droids too now.
I know,
That's
I
another
want to do
thing.
one. I think you should go to Disney with the boys.
One day, it'd be like a nice Top Gun or Hangover vibe.
Yeah,
except
man.
except we don't actually drink unless we're careful
We'll
about
get a
it,
hungover. Oh, I'm drinking. We're going to
And
Disney.
we make
I'm
sure-
drinking.
and we make sure there's no tiger in the bathroom,
And you're the designated driver.
and make sure we don't mess with Mike Tyson,
Yeah, we'll chill.
and we make sure there's no Asian guy, Mr. Chow.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say,
Make sure there's no
where are you going
there's no
with that?
naked Asian guy.
Yeah, you're the only Asian guy we're bringing.
That scene was hilarious. Though, when he popped out of the trunk, and he just has the guts to be naked.
That's a great movie, though. So funny.
The trilogy is good. Third one is different, but in an understandable way.
I think I might head to
Remember-
bed. Just start step by and say hi. Good night, guys. SR, hope you're doing well. It's great to see you. Have a great night.
The remember at the end of the first movie, the wedding reception, that singer guy, he says inappropriate things to Doug about what he's gonna do with his bride.
What, in what movie?
The original Hangover, at the end, the singer at the reception, he was saying to Doug, the groom, what he's gonna do to the bride after the wedding. He's like, do this with her, do that with her, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my jeez, dude.
And then, was it Stu? Is that his name? The Ed Helms' character, the guy with the glasses,
I think
the one
so.
who lost a tooth. He broke up with his girlfriend at the wedding.
Oh yeah.
And his girlfriend was played by the lady who played Greg Heffley's mother.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, and then there's the baby, and they're like, there's a baby on board.
W memories.
Owned by the stripper from Vegas. That stripper was
I
gorgeous.
just finished my new building. I love it. Let me add some light blocks to the side of it so you can see it from afar.
And oh my gosh, the slideshow of the pictures during the end credits when they go through them on the camera, like, we're gonna delete the evidence.
Yeah, that was funny. That's such a good idea. That's such a great way to make the credits more engaging for the audience.
I agree. I think that's it. I think it was a nice way to end the showing, like, make the audience laugh.
Yeah. Whoa,
Yeah, like-
I like how it's half red like that, man. We can
When I
light up to
first
green
watched-
now if you want.
When I first watched that movie, I was so frustrated with, I was so frustrated.
together below.
I was so
Sorry, someone redeemed a song.
It's it's okay. I was so frustrated with how long it took for them to find Doug.
Yeah,
Like, it took them the whole
but that's what
movie.
makes it so good. It's like,
Yeah.
where's
I
Dougie boy?
thought they were never gonna find him, honestly.
Where's Douglas?
And then they got the wrong Doug in the movie, remember?
That was a W. Work at Willis from Wilson.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Yeah, that was something. Let's see. And remember in the second movie, they were in that strip club, and then Alan was looking at the machine gun like, "Whoa, it looks real," and he accidentally pulled the trigger.
I think.
And it
I
shattered
don't remember
the
the
ceiling,
second
and
movie as well. Second movie was good.
everyone took,
Sir, hello, I just woke up. Is there any apples
It-
today? We have to make an apple on the pixel art
Every-
wall still. You have to
And
join this game and
after-
make the apple.
After Alan accidentally fired the machine gun in the strip club, the boss was like,
What
"Everybody
about?
okay? Then get the F back to work like nothing happened."
Nah.
Like, it's just so funny. They just get back to work like nothing happened. Like, okay, back to work.
It really was a
anyway.
good movie. This M is a little
I
fucked
know.
up.
Honestly, if I was in that room, I would have said the same thing as Bradley Cooper's character. He was like, "Alan, what the F?" It's a shocking and intense moment.
Yeah. It is shocking and intense.
Like today at the grocery store, this one customer
Yo.
dropped something that made a loud noise, and I thought it was a gunshot, but thankfully it wasn't. Remember
Thankfully,
back
we
in
were
middle
safe. How
Remember
do I
back
get light
in middle
blocks? I'll give you some light blocks. Where you at?
Remember back in middle school, students would drop their textbooks on the floor and like it made that loud noise?
Yeah.
I was so frustrated with that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I used to be scared of balloons popping, but now it doesn't really bother me.
You know, this building looks kind of ajar. Looks like I kind of fucked it up.
Remember, you ever seen Handy Manny?
Of course.
Remember that one episode where the one tool was like, he's scared of a balloon, and then Manny was like, "What's so scary about a balloon?" And the tool said, "When it pops."
That is scary, right?
And Tom Kenny voices the candy store owner, Mr.
Jazz.
Mopart. That
Jazz, look at the garden. The garden looks so fresh. Look at the pond. Oh my god. Wait, why are the fish dead? What spawned in here that killed half the fish?
I mean, fish die if they're poisoned or they're not fed, so something must have happened.
I guess this is just a bunch of fish bodies here.
Like, think about that one scene in the Simpsons movie where Bart went fishing with Homer and then he used a bug zapper to electrocute the whole lake and all the fish died and floated above.
Yeah.
And then Homer tried to chew one of them and he got electrocuted. Oh my god, that's a good movie.
Jazz,
Especially
there's
with
like a
Tom-
secret sea turtle club in this cave down here. A lot of your animals, a lot of your sea turtles like to go in this little area down here and just chill. We gotta make like a little like cafe for them. You know what I mean?
Remember when Tom Hanks was in that movie? He played himself.
Oh my god, Jazz, make a kelp cafe down there for them. The kelp cafe. Dolphins, how do I get rid of them?
Dolphins.
I don't know if
love
I see dolphins in here anymore. You might have got them. Damn, the
There are
dolphins started
dolphins in
eating.
Minecraft?
Oh yeah, there's everything. Polar bears, pandas, penguins. I don't know if they have penguins yet.
You
Also,
know what
Jazz,
I- you
remember,
know-
some of these might despawn if you don't name them. With the name tag.
You know what?
but
You know
maybe
what
they
I
won't.
did?
Some of the fish
You
will
know
not.
what I? You know what I did when I was little at a dolphin experience?
What?
My family and I were posing for a picture with a dolphin in this pool, right? At this water park. And I was little. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, but I grabbed the dolphin's beak. It was in the picture, and the staff member was like, no, 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 don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, they probably get mad at you.
I know, but I think it's just so funny, like that's a memory for vacation. I grabbed that dolphin's beak as a little kid.
Look,
Like,
Dad,
I
you could
wouldn't
use,
do
like,
that.
These little bamboos.
I wouldn't do that today, obviously, but it's just I think it's just so funny. Like, I did that. Like, I did that when I was little. I can't believe I actually did.
Did
that.
I do that? Sebastian Cross, how does one join the server? We are playing on Xbox or Bedrock Edition, I should say. So you could give me your gamer tag. I could give you my gamer tag, which is here on the right, Toxic Ronin 16. Once we are friends, you can join me at any moment. But yeah, let me know and I will invite you. We might already be friends from other prior games. Just let me know what your gamer tag is. Mr. Cross. Or Seabass.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Oh, remember that story I sent you on my Snapchat of the first order guy from Star Wars sitting at my table at the Star Wars hotel when I was eating dinner?
I think.
He was in character the whole time.
I think.
At the Rise of the Resistance ride, whenever I go on that and the first order cast members direct us to certain rooms or certain spots, like they're very strict. To be funny, I happily respond with yes sir, yes ma'am.
Nice.
Even though it's a serious situation, I'm like smiling like yes sir, yes ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Yes, ma'am.
No, like wouldn't that be funny if like a bad guy in a movie, a bad guy takes you hostage and then they tell you what to do and you say with a smile, yes sir, happy to help.
I guess.
Remember in superhero
See, the thing is, I
movie?
don't enjoy these little things like you do, man. I gotta learn how to do that again.
It's awesome. Remember superhero movie?
Yes, I do with Drake Bell.
Yeah, and Leslie Nielsen from The Naked Gun.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart.
Of course.
Yeah, and Sarah Paxton, the blonde girl, and like, it was so funny. Like, the scene where the guy robs the bank and then Drake Bell's character, he helps him. He opens the door. It's this one, and then his uncle got shot, and then before he noticed he got shot, like he saw a crowd gathering, and he noticed it was a monkey doing a dance stunt to make money, and then he was like to this one person, oh my god, I was worried something terrible would happen, and then the guy was so calm and he pointed out, well, an old guy did get shot over there, and nobody was gathering for that.
Yeah, I do remember that.
He was so calm, saying, well, an old guy did get shot over there. Oh, and remember he attacked the Chinese person or whatever?
No, I do not remember this.
I remember you would talk about it in elementary school all the time. The monk person.
No, I
he
definitely
ripped
did
off
not talk about anything like this ever.
his...
I definitely did not. I definitely did not.
No, I remember it.
Oh my
man.
god, there's no way out of this situation.
I remember it very well.
Alright.
And he was like, he isn't who you think he is. He's the hourglass. And then he said, no, I'm a man of peace. And he grabbed the microphone, he hit him in the head. He said, shut up. He ripped off his clothing and then he was in his underwear. And then he's like, you can't pull me. Your cancer of cerebellum is definitely under that underwear. He ripped off the underwear.
Oh man, I really
And
miss
then-
Leslie Nielsen, man. He was such a great actor.
Yeah, and there was Stephen Hawking. Remember Stephen Hawking? Stephen Hawking was like,
Oh,
he
barely.
kept saying the S word with his computer.
I barely remember that.
I remember like the magazine that said Rosie O'Donnell, like something about Rosie O'Donnell, and then
Rosie.
Dragonfly was upset, and then, oh my gosh,
They are
like
killing fish, and we got them. I'm making it. The Skyline
remember,
Cafe.
like,
My Xbox
Dragonfly, like-
gamer tag is Seabass 10.
he used
Nice,
the
alright.
he used the hourglass bomb to
What?
defeat Hourglass, and Hourglass was like, oh, F word.
What is happening? Why are the names look like this?
Oh, and Professor X being played by Tracy Morgan.
Why am I being pranked right now?
Remember that? Like, Tracy Morgan was in that movie too.
No. Hold on.
He played Professor
I'm gonna have
X.
to end the world because look at my game, guys. I can't. What language am I in right now? Okay, here we go.
good question.
Seabass. The words are normal. Maybe you are having a problem. No, I'm not. You're a liar. Sebastian. Sebastian? Sebastian? Let me know when you're added, Sebastian. I'm trying to add this person to the game.
Remember those YouTube videos of the Toy Story alternate endings where the toys blew up? It happened so fast. Like,
Paul, before you continue this, is there any way we could build these buildings not in front of each other? The other one is fine, but before we continue, this one. Can you build this one like to the side of another one so that we can like make like a some room in between them?
Al, remember? Al, do you think if I'm asked, do you think it's nice to do an April Fool's prank of claiming, surprising children? Hey, we're going to Disney World. Then you say, April Fools, we're not going to Disney.
That's not nice.
Yeah, like I saw a YouTube video of this one guy. He was like, "We're going to Disney World," and then he said, "April Fools" to the kids. We're not going to Disney. And one of the kids cried, and he was like, "Oh, I screwed up." And it's like, I like April Fools, but why would you prank about
I've already
going
spent
to?
30 minutes on it. All right. Well, next one definitely don't put in front of these buildings again. Same thing with the skyline beams in the sky. Don't block other shit. But besides that, you're good. What were you saying, Austin?
That's just like I remember I saw a YouTube video of this one dad. He did an April Fool's prank to his kids, claiming they were going to Disney World, and then he was like, "April Fools, we're not going to Disney," and one of the kids cried.
Womp womp.
And I was like, "Why would you prank about a Disney surprise? That makes the kids so excited, and they're disappointed." And the ones where it was real, it wasn't a prank, but they got it wrong because the kid's upset finding out they're going away.
Sebastian
for
Krause, how you
vacation.
doing, by the way, my friend? How's your day been? Oh my god, Jez, you have this bird sanctuary in your house? It's crazy.
Wow. Interesting.
Wow.
Let's see.
Oh, you have the axolotl down here just chilling. Wow, you have some fish that actually come in here. Cool. Let's see. It's the Kelp Cafe becoming a thing. Where did the raven go? Where did the Alasia raven? Ooh, Alasia Caven? Alasia Raven is now Alasia Caven right now? I like that. Alasia Caven. I like that. Alasia Caven. Hey, Seabass, you're going on the tour. Seabass, that music thing all the way on the right over there, you're about to see some epic stuff. Maybe some great music. So you love it. You're also about to see the skyline.
Hey, I think I'm gonna go now. I have to be up for work.
All right, brother. This is the first time where we've been on a call and you left first.
Yeah. Well, we'll do another call at some point.
All right, man. Thanks for joining the stream. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. We'll do this again at some point.
All right, brother, man. Get some good
Yeah,
rest.
Have a good night.
Peace out, brother.
Peace.
Well, there you go. Trying to make a bat habitat. Bat habitat. Time to make a bat habitat. The Italian Skyline Cafe. If it wasn't Italian enough. It's kind of cool. The bat habitat. That's cool. People are just making, like, you guys are just making the coolest little stuff. I need more ideas of what to build. I built a Dixon Ticonderoga pencil. I built a few little pixel art things. I'm just like starting builds and just like flying away from them. I've been doing that for like 3 hours, but it's kind of fun. It's fun just watching you guys build what you're building while I just like watch you in the cinematic mode, you know? Building in cinematic mode is still pretty cool as well. But I don't know what I want to do with this building. I don't know if I want to do like cool shapes or anything or what. I think I want to definitely do black. Black glazed terracotta and gilded blackstone. And what would black look like? Black would look kind of crazy. Can you make a Discord call for anyone to join? We do have a Discord call for anyone to join. It is in the Discord. It is called Live. General. Or I think it's called Drag. You just go and drag, and then we drag you into Live. But right now I'm not in it. It's just me talking right here. But usually, sometimes we're in there. Tomorrow it might be for Jackbox. Unless there's a chance Sam went on vacation. And I don't know if Jackbox is going to happen for a minute. We're going to have to see. I'm not in drag right now, Costa. Or I'm not in Discord right now. I would say probably give it another 10 or so minutes on your builds and we'll probably wrap up here, I reckon. We're 3 minutes, almost 3 hours 30 minutes into the stream. W so far. Not done yet though, so finish up on what you're working on and we might return again maybe several times throughout the week because if Sam went on vacation, we're about to go crazy. But if that is the case, then we can't play Minecraft every single day, so we'll see what happens. We shall see. We shall see. Maybe we could. Maybe we do some survival, though. Because I do want to get us to the end. Like, that would be so cool. You know what I mean? Little end game, shmen game. Come see at night? Alright. I'm coming. Oh. It's so mystical. Look at this, man. Look at this. It's upgraded so much. Every day it's just changing so much. Piece by piece, block by block. It turns into this beautiful little place. Look at these mangrove trees that grow in the water. That is so cool. These are new, these new trees. Oh my god, I love these. Holy shit. Whoa, this tree has like a heart in it. Oh no, it's just a wood. That's so cool. This looks epic. Look at the bats shown, and then all the bats just go in this little cave. Well, this is a bat spawner? I didn't know there's spawners in here. What the frick? Bro, that's crazy. Your house just like conjures bats. That's so sick. I'm telling you, we have to make a little thing down here in this water cave called the Kelp Cafe. Or something. I just have that in my mind now. This is really impressive, Jazz. Look how far you've come, Jazz, in this little Minecraft time, in your short Minecraft career. This is like one of the most epic first houses I've ever seen. Is this the beehive? Is the hive? That's crazy. Time to go crazy. I did not know these were in the game. How are you finding all these blocks? Oh, Jazz, you can fly a giant thing now. Like, there's this monster you can fly called a Ghast. I don't know if that interests you, but he's a very cool, cuddly pet. We have a few near the wall. This is crazy. Also, there's a dragon egg. I feel like that's an object you would like at some point. Here, look at this, Jazz. I feel like you'd place this somewhere. I'm gonna give it to you. You probably already seen it, but I'm just gonna make sure you have it because I feel like if there's anyone in this game who's gonna yield a dragon egg, it's gonna be Alasia Raven, who's now Alasia Caven. And her favorite character from, or your favorite character from Hotel Transylvania is Alasia Maven. I don't know. I'm trying to think of things that rhyme with Raven. What is this? Respawn anchor. Oh, is that what that is? I might figure out a Ghast stable. Oh, that would be crazy. That'd be so nice. Also, if you want, Jazz, this is just a stupid piece of information. If you ever want an animal to be upside down, you just have to name it Dinnerbone. Dinnerbone, and it will just like be the same thing it is, just it'll just be upside down forever. I don't know why you'd want that, but now you have that information. Also, if you name a sheep Jeb, it turns into a rainbow sheep. Also, every time you hit this, it's gonna teleport somewhere, I think. I don't know if this will ever go away now. Maybe it will. Look at the froggy. How hatch? It does not hatch. But there is a dragon in the end. Do you want to see the actual dragon? I could show you the real dragon. Have you seen the dragon before? Once we go in there, we're gonna have to die to come back, though. So it's a one-way trip. But keep inventories on. Actually, no, we just teleport back. Let me see over here. Okay, I fucked it up. Does anyone know how to make a an end portal? I think I know how to make it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, come on. A long time ago. Has it changed? There's like little villages in there now. But no, it hasn't changed that much. I gotta figure out how to get us in there, though. How the frick? Maybe it has to be too deep. What the hell? What the helly? TP to me, you, and I'll make it. Thank you. Thank you, Seabass. I'm kind of struggling out here. I'm struggling. Are they placed the wrong way? They all have to be looking toward it, kind of deal? Oh shit. Now they got it. Now the crew's on it. What the fuck? Is it the lava? Is it not leveled right with the lava? Look at us three just trying to figure it out. Us four. Look at you three. Don't worry, Jazz. We'll break the we can break these later so it doesn't fuck up the view. Maybe it won't work in creative? No, it's worked before. I swear. Also, I hope this frog doesn't get in this portal, man. Or this lava. I feel really bad for him. Where's everyone going? Oh, now we're looking for it? We're just looking for the portal? I mean, yeah, I could have done that too. I swear there's a way to make a portal though. This is blasphemous. I don't know how to get there. Just find the actual area. Yeah. I don't know how to TP out of the end. I can TP you out of the end. Yo. Alright, guys. I reckon this'll have to be it for now. Some light 3-hour, 34-minute deal. I appreciate you guys playing some Minecraft with your boy. There will be a lot more Minecraft this week, I bet, because Sam, I think, is going on vacation. So we shall see what happens. But we also have to hope we don't go to war. And we also have to hope we have time. And we will always have time. As long as you guys are around, I'll be around. I made one, but I hit it. Hell yeah. Alright. Well, it's alright. Next time we're here, we can go crazy with it. But W Games, we made a lot of progress on the wall with the buildings, meeting some people from around the world, making some dope stuff with Jazz, with Costa, with Seabass, with Surd, with SRR. It was pretty lit. Unlit Dragon, speaking of lit. So I appreciate you guys gaming. We'll be around later in the week. Maybe tomorrow. We shall see. Check the Discord. If you haven't already, check out the YouTube. Maybe subscribe. You don't have to, but it's free. It means a lot. So, with that said, this has been a little First and Gold streamy stream, and we shall catch you on the flip side. Have a good one, everybody. W